What is up, everyone? Happy Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode 7 of Carbon 2185. I am your host, Urban Mask Warren. I'll be the GM for today, and we are joined by Tiana, Amy, Thomas, and a special guest from our Wednesday show, Ezra. Thank you so much all for joining us. What is with the signs, Ezra? You got a whiteboard?
No, Amy's got a whiteboard.
Everyone's got a whiteboard in here. What the hell's going on? All right.
I don't. I'm left out.
This is Carbon 2185 where the rules don't matter. Nothing we do here matters. We're just here to have fun, and we want you to have fun with us. People enabling the fun on this channel are, of course, as usual, Gordon Biersch, amazing sponsor. We're so lucky to have them. And so if you're watching this right now, please make sure you pour a frosty beverage into your cup and take a little sip on behalf of us and them. We also couldn't do this without, make sure, you guys send me a message. I accidentally mute my mic every once in a while. We couldn't do this without Nord Games. Nord Games is an amazing company with amazing people that make amazing products. And we're going to be doing some Nord Games giveaways today, if I'm not mistaken. But in the interim, not right now because you're watching the show, but afterwards, go over to their site, type in Chaotic20 for 20% off digital and real assets. They make amazing stuff. Please check them out. What are we giving away today?
So we actually have Spike set us up with some very cool PDF book versions of not the luck deck, but the critical hit decks. So we're going to give away a PDF that includes all 3 of their critical hit decks.
That's
for
amazing.
Players, for GMs, and for something else. And we'll send you a link. It'll add it to your cart. You hit the coupon code, and it applies the coupon.
Feels like a lot of steps for me.
Yeah, we'll figure it.
It's easier than it sounds.
And
Definitely.
It's for really cool free stuff,
right?
Free is the best price.
So we're going to be playing with Nord Games today in typical fashion with our Nord Games luck deck, which means if the group rolls a 1, I get a card. They roll a 20, they get a card. And for those who don't know, we're keeping it on purpose for fortuitous circumstance. There are 2 of these in the deck, I believe, and the way that works is it's basically the God card. If you can role play it. I'm being completely serious today. If your role play does not meet my performance expectations, you've totally just wasted a card. But if it does, whoever pulls a card, if it makes sense and it's within the storyline and plausible, I'll allow it. We'll play with it. Also, thanks a ton to Spike, who was mentioned previously. You might have seen the trailer for episode 7 leading up to coming soon and kind of wondered who the voice actor was on the other line talking to Herbs. That was our good friend Spike. So thank you so much.
I thought so.
Thank you so much for helping us out with that. And you guys watching at home should be a part of our community. If you're not on the Discord, you are missing out. So make sure you check out our Discord and you join the conversation because our community members are amazing. So much so that I think they've already started giving bits. Is that fair?
Would we like to?
Let's see the whiteboard, Amy.
Yeah, Amy, you're gonna be keeping track of the bits on the whiteboard like a chalk.
You could
Carry
just
the 1.
The physical bits that are there in front of you.
This is like a telethon now.
Oh, not as good.
Write on who they're from. And they'd be 1 use only.
You're an idiot.
Flip those numbers.
Are we ready for bits?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I just wanted to do this just so that I could cover Thomas's face.
That's fair. You should join a smiley face and put it in that spot.
All right, so are we ready?
Yes. Oh, well, just let us know you're taking it down.
Wait, hold on. I have to remember that I'm cheering for the players to get bits.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Can I have my bits back?
That's what she said.
Mother of God. All right. So
Family show.
Are you gonna handle these and I handle the writing of the bits, or am I all bits?
I'll take the physical bits.
Give them to me. I'll give them to you when I'm ready to give them to you. Okay. So 1,000 bits from the half to the DM.
Oh.
DM, Warren, you get the little bits.
That's fine. That makes sense. Thanks, F, so much.
Oh no.
Appreciate it.
Love you,
All
Hef.
right. So I have done both early and post bits. So in totality, 2,000 from the half to the players.
Ooh. Thank
That's what I'm
you.
talking about.
Yep. All right.
Always like that guy.
Tamago Tora, 500 to Thomas.
To spread the cure.
Yeah. Okay.
Tamago Tora. Okay.
Ezra, you may not have heard about this cure that's going around.
Well, before we
Got
get
a
to the
fever.
cure, so Tamago Tora did that, but Kree has rated us with 18 people. Thank you so much,
Woo,
Kree,
nice.
for
Hey,
the
welcome.
raid. Do
Cream
we want
bananas.
to do a hashtag giveaway now in the chat while we go over the bits?
I don't
As
know.
soon as I can type in the Nightbot, we
Yep.
do.
Hashtag chaos in the chat.
Whoa,
Hashtag.
whoa, you're way too fast.
Whoa,
Way too
whoa,
fast.
wait.
whoa.
Too soon. Too soon. Thank you.
All right, now hashtag chaos in the chat.
Now hashtag chaos in the chat. Do
Oh
it.
my
Do what
goodness.
Thomas
Okay.
says.
So we're actually
Hang
gonna
on.
do one
Fine.
of these giveaways. Nord Games Luck deck,
Nice.
and we'll also do a treasure trove deck as well with this for this giveaway. Thank you, Cream Bananas. Some D&D gear coming
Yep.
your way.
2
All right,
for 1 on
so-
this.
Fairness gave us 1,000 bits. They're
My
gonna-
favorite Twitch user.
Thank you,
Yep.
Baroness.
and she also gave the GM 500 bits.
Well,
My
hold on.
Thank
second
you.
favorite Twitch user.
I like how that goes. Then Duke Fleet, 500 to the players.
Thank you, Grace.
I don't know what I was. Oh, that's Squirrel. SQ. That's Squirrel. 500 to us.
Squirrel on the run. Thank you so
Yay.
much.
And
Since the
then
Baroness gave the GM bits, Rachel's my favorite Twitch user now.
I'm gonna murder your
Whoa.
husband.
all right, and then I can't pronounce it. Thomas, do you want to try and pronounce?
It's not the first time she's heard that, Warren.
Yeah,
A
well,
panthrope.
that's it.
Mm.
Woohoo!
2,000.
Oh, these are small bits.
Yeah, they're for the small man in the corner right there. Warren,
Warren,
2,000
You-
bits.
have a
2,000.
Oh,
So add them up. Who's got what?
7.
yeah, Warren with a total of
Actually,
7.
I think I have 8 because Squirrel on the Run said that her 500 was to Warren. The
Aw.
No,
That's what she
come
said.
All right, the
on.
Baroness is my favorite Twitch user.
That's what she said.
Wow, that's me
I am
too.
taking that.
Me too.
I don't know that I'm gonna need it because I'm still a new GM and I'm always playing the game of like, am I gonna accidentally kill him today?
Oopsie.
No,
All right, how many do we have?
I mean, I have to step into the living room real quick.
no.
Accidentally, he says.
Yeah.
That is 8 inspiration for the players and 7 for Warren.
Bloody
8 for
hell.
Warren.
8 for Warren. There we go. Thank you
Man.
so
Four.
much.
Bloody hell.
You have
look
a
at-
whiteboard. Do the math.
Nobody likes us.
Well, they just like us in totality as much as they like Warren.
That's true. It's weighted equally. Have I missed? Oh wait, are we gonna draw? Should we draw? Or should we get into the recap?
Wait, did we do hashtag chaos yet?
We did.
Last chance. Hashtag chaos. Hashtag,
Yeah.
hashtag TPK.
Let's do the recap, then we'll poll so that you guys can hear about all the amazing, in-depth, non-comedic role playing that has happened in this game.
Am
A
I on
lot
the
has
wrong
happened.
show?
Yes.
A lot has happened in 6 episodes going into 7. So hashtag chaos in the chat and I will fill you into the recap. So the last time we saw our heroes, they were involved in a high-speed chase on the 101 South headed from San Francisco to San Jose, being pursued by police as well as gang corporate members because the crew had in tow a very high valued target, member of the SLF by codename Nightingale. Essentially, what was happening was Villanueva Robotics was conducting experiments on synths to try to get synths to reproduce, all in tandem with the SLF fighting for synth liberation rights, equal rights for synths. Not so much where they wanted, full citizenship, but they didn't want to be treated like second-class citizens, and they got met with a very heavy hand. Right? You don't want your toaster fighting for equal rights, right? So from episodes 3, 4, and 5, Monium and Herbs have been working kind of information gathering and using their OPA money to send resources to a satellite Mars colony. Basically, every synth that decided that they couldn't and didn't want to fight and didn't want to live on Earth anymore started moving themselves to Mars. So they've been Monium and Herbs and Kaito have been working with the SLF underground to basically send resources to Mars in a chance to build out a utopia for them over there. Enlisting the help of Ryoga and Kuroga and Deja, Herbs and Monium try to the heat in the city was coming down really hard on them. So SLF was being crushed everywhere. They got a kite from somebody who said, "This is really important information. This could probably change the course of human events if you could secure this package for us and bring it to Mars." And what they found out was this package was essentially a synth that was gestating, right? It was basically the first successful experiment that Villanueva had produced, which made it a very, very high value accident. So infiltrating to steal the synth back from a Villanueva satellite site basically landed them in hot water, where they fled Earth under a hail of gunfire to a remote unknown colony on Mars, which is where they find themselves now. Mars, even for wormers who are local Mars natives like Deja Paxman, is a very hostile place. There is still no oxygen, so you live in habitats. In this synth satellite refugee camp, they're basically living subterranean with a few layers above, but their synths have no need for oxygen. So our heroes have essentially been existing in tiny NASA Mars rover-like habitats, miserable, waiting for their first chance to go back to Earth, to go back to wherever they can find refuge, because back in the United States, they are wanted terrorist members of the SLF and are basically kill on sight. And that's where we find ourselves now. The gang has secured passage back to Earth, back to Tokyo with the help of Kaito and Herbs, and we are in a staging loading dock about to launch, where the group finds themselves in preparation to hibernate for the long journey back.
So I take it we didn't get a chance to restock up on any supplies while we were here?
The supply, so you've basically been eating processed tofu, right? Since don't have very much need for flavorful foods or lush, luxurious living styles. So the things that you would have stocked up on might have just been mechanical. So if you can think of, ammo, they basically built you what you needed because you helped them, but they didn't have any of the extra luxuries. And a lot of the people who find themselves there they're not fighters. They left specifically because they didn't want to fight. With that said, they've also cut you off from their real society. You've been kept that there's a deeper subterranean level to Mars that they've started to build out and colonize, but they haven't let you gain access to. Only Monium has gone. They've even taken the Nightingale and separated her from her husband. And because they trust no humans.
So the only thing that I would like to stock up on is just kind of erase my check marks from all my different ammo uses, just for armor piercing and GPS rounds.
Do you still have a count of those?
I do. So I just like have been check marking. So if I could just erase the check marks, then I have what I started with.
Do it.
All right. It's not a ton. Ooh, like I shot a shotgun once.
Can I have a little buddy back?
So they're not going to give you a drone to enslave. No, they're totally not going to do that.
I want to see the role play conversation where you ask.
But don't synths have like little drone puppies and things like that?
So they almost took your pocket computer away, but they let you keep it because it's a weapon basically that you can use on them.
It's a
And if
friend.
you asked about controlling a mech or a drone, basically animating a mech or taking over a drone, and basically got met with dead silence.
We're gonna have to have some words with Monium.
I just want a puppy.
Are we? So before we move on,
Okay.
do we have a winner?
We will in just a moment. In
All right.
3, 2.
Fedora guy. I
23.
like it.
Fedora guy's back.
What is
It
up?
is, in April, everything reset.
Congrats to the winner of the 2 decks, if I'm not mistaken.
So I will send you a message right now.
And as you come into the loading area, so I'm on the screen here, Thomas, if you can.
Are we going to? Roll
I'm
20?
switching screens, yes, to the
Okay.
Mars staging area.
Let's
Oh, that
see you
bodes
do it.
well.
That's right. I need to move the player thing over, don't I? There it is.
Oh, it's loading.
Oh, give me a moment.
Oh,
God.
no. Of course, we play a Cyberpunk game and we have all kinds of technical difficulties. That's just par for the course with us.
Thomas is resizing it.
There it is.
Damn it. So as you guys are loading up, Monium is basically the first one into the awaiting transport, followed by Herbs. Monium then hops into the sleeper tank. I'll see you guys on the other side. Locks himself away. Kaito, the old Asian genius synth maker, pushes his coffin of a human into place and secures it in the cargo hold, and then gets into the life unit behind Monium. So when you enter into the ship, it's basically 3 times the size of like an SUV limo. But you notice the pods on the side are where you kind of secure yourself away for the throttling of transit, so that you can arrive quicker. It basically like overnights you. You see Herbs about to hop into his pod, and he's checking himself and he's making sure that everybody's coming on. It's like waving Kuroga, Ryoga, Deja. Come on, guys. Like, I don't want to stay here any longer than you guys do.
Hardly have to tell me twice. I'm glad to get off this damn planet.
This is home for you, and that's how you feel. Imagine how I feel.
I got to get out of the spacesuit.
So
I'm
you
gonna-
guys hop in.
Eden, load up.
Yeah.
All right. So as we load in, basically it's being driven and piloted by synths in the front, and we load up the back of the transport unit, and you start to feel the low rumbling of the ship taking off and leaving the atmosphere, and you hear 30 seconds to containment. You know, the typical countdown where it's telling you you need to be secure. 10 seconds to containment. And as right before you feel the initial boost of the shuttle taking off, you fade into black. So everyone is out cold at this point. And as you leave Mars, you're walking around, you had your suit dryer. I want everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, we're all dead. We're all dead.
Great.
That's when you notice the Duchess is on this ship.
Nice.
It's
Thank
every
God I'm
ship.
blacked out.
That's actually who I'm playing this game, the Duchess.
Oh, damn.
Perception 10.
Hang on a
How
second.
is that even possible?
So it's
I rolled a 5. That's why.
Are you rolling?
I did it in roll 20.
Yeah, because you can click on
Click
the.
my character sheet.
Oh, you have to click the character sheet. Can I just do?
/roll.
Yeah.
1d20 plus.
Slash. Is it the right slash?
No.
+4.
Yep, quickest TPK ever.
I got a dirty 20. What are you on about?
Do you?
I did.
Sweet.
I'm not on the
okay.
ship.
Right
I'm not
there
here.
in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm not rolling anything in secret, mate. It's all right there so you can see.
Thomas 10,
16.
Ezra. Well, Ezra, everyone except Ezra. Ezra, you're not with the group yet. I appreciate the
that's-
enthusiasm though. Amy, you've got a 16.
Correct.
So there is a slight jostle that inside your containment unit, there's glass on the opposite side. So on one side is Herbs, Monium, Kaito, and the package. On the other side, it's Deja, Kairoga, Ryoga. Deja kind of jostles a little bit herself awake. And Ryoga, give me a second here.
No.
Kiroga.
Nine.
Kiroga.
It's Kai, not Rye.
Kai.
Hi.
Kai also kind of like jostles herself up to wake up a little bit. And as you guys wake up, you see yourself not on Earth, but on a staging area on the
Pretty small.
moon. You notice that the ship has come to a complete stop, and you're still in your pods, but you also notice that Kaito, Herbs, Monium, and the package are gone.
Did we know that we were supposed to stop on the moon? Is that pretty typical?
No, you were supposed to go to a straight through flight. You were supposed to wake up in the water in Tokyo, as far as you know.
And do I hear anything?
You're pretty isolated. What woke you was the jostle of
Okay.
basically the back of the ship slamming itself shut. If you look through your pod, you
Mhm.
can see that the synths are starting to take off again. If you look further through the pod, you see another shuttle taking off in the distance.
So are we all awake at this point, or is it just Deja?
So okay,
You're awake, but you're in your pod.
who's missing? You said it was
It's
Herbs?
just the three of us.
It's only the three of you guys.
okay.
Yeah. So it's Ryoga, Kiroga, and Deja. So the
Yep.
three of us.
Okay. For some reason I thought I heard that Rye was also gone, and I was like, no, that's not okay.
No, he's probably killing somebody. I'm sorry, curing somebody. So I'm gonna open my pod.
Yeah.
30 seconds to containment, and the synth turns around. Kiroga, please, you must get back into your pod.
I'm
We're
gonna
about to take off.
Okay, so I get back into the pod again.
And he looks at Deja. The synth also looks at Deja, banging on the pod, and turns up the sleeping gas. Deja, give me
Turns up the
a
radio.
yeah.
Can't hear the car. And the
Give me
radio's
a
up.
fortitude. Fortitude is your thing, right? Give me a
fortitude is
fortitude
my thing.
saving throw.
Cool. Ugh. Maybe my thing, but I roll like garbage.
You, as soon as you see his hand go to the knob and turn the dial, you're out. You're back
It-
asleep.
Deja will remember this.
And everyone's asleep. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And you feel Amy is the only Kai
Hi.
is the only one available to kind of see what's happening as the ship takes off. It's kind of hovering out, and then it does its
Got
own.
toddler feet is what's happening.
What you do notice is that the slight vapor trail of the previous shuttle,
Mhm.
you are pretty much on point with it, with a slight
Okay.
deviation.
Okay.
And you guys fade into Earth's atmosphere. More time passes. Everyone again make perception rolls. Like, not you, Ezra.
Why
Perception.
am I rolling well on things that aren't my thing?
So if
Do
I
you
hit
get
the
a
little
card?
dice thingy-
No, it's dirty.
Okay.
Ooh,
18.
18.
18.
Damn.
All right.
Yep.
This is very this jostle is very hard. So everyone is awake. Now you can make fortitude saving throws at advantage. You are re-entering Earth's atmosphere, and the
How'd you
shuttle
advantage?
is
Just click it
shaking
twice.
Okay.
violently.
I'm really bummed I'm not there.
Oh, jeez.
19. 19.
9 is my high.
Ooh. All right,
12 is
Amy.
my high.
You got to
This is
roll
not
one
high.
more, Amy.
No, I did.
It's up there,
No.
9 and 5.
9 and 5.
Who's Q
so
and C then?
that's
That's
me.
Amy.
Oh, I didn't see the 9. I just see. Oh, okay. It was
Yeah,
split up.
That's what-
Okay, so I will
Somebody's
let
clicking fast.
Deja. So Ryoga is able to brace himself inside the pod enough to not sustain any damage, but Deja and Kairoga roll a 1d4 for bludgeoning. You're being thrown about your pod.
So that's just on the other screen where it's
Slash roll.
yeah,
Or you can click up here too.
2.
where?
One
Deja
down.
takes 2 points of damage as the
4.
pod re-enters.
Okay. Oof.
4 points.
4
4
points.
points of damage, and you take the full 4. As you know, everyone now realizes you're in free fall roller coaster dive, and it feels like you're gonna crash. And I don't know what kind of panic is setting in, but like you guys are a Scud missile coming out of the sky. The shuttle is getting red hot because it's coming in real hot. And as you touch down to what should be the ground, it comes to a very hard inertia stop into the water, and it cools the shuttle off so that you are no longer basically like a red hot molten piece of metal coming through the sky. You are bobbing in the ocean as you get scooped up by a passing submarine. The submarine then pulls you in and connects to the back. It pulls you into an open hull. It closes the hull and puts you in a staging area. Everyone roll perception except Ezra.
What were we supposed to be doing? Does anybody know? Where
So
we're supposed to be going?
you are being smuggled back in to
Got it.
Earth. You know that between Mars and Earth they have regular commerce lines,
Mhm.
and Tusk Industries does supply shipping back and forth. You also know that this isn't a regular supply ship. You're not landing in a dock, and this isn't a
Okay.
regular supply shuttle. So Kiroga, Ryoga, you guys basically perceive that you're aboard like a smaller makeshift smuggling vessel.
Okay.
And as you come to, your pods open, and it is you, the synths, and the 3 of you guys.
I smacked the synth who landed this shit show and be like, nice job, asshat.
We landed here in one piece, and everyone is alive.
I'm gonna come out of my pod with like a gash across my face and blood over
Mhm.
down my cheek, and I'm just like, fantastic. Where's Monium? Where's Herbs?
They look at each other. The cargo has arrived. Please disembark.
No.
What do you
No.
mean no?
No.
What are you gonna fly this out of here?
No, but I'm going to pull the shotgun off my back.
You're gonna put
So-
a shotgun in an SUV.
Perception check. Everyone perception check again. Let's do this.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oi. It's a 9.
I'm the
9.
barbarian and I didn't go for my shotgun. What did that tell you, Tom?
Kiroga, what'd you get?
17.
17. 16. Deja. You probably noticed, Deja and Kiroga notice. Kiroga, you notice that your personal computer is on your lap, and it wasn't there before. Deja, you notice that your shotgun and all the ammo are gone. Everyone's weapons are gone.
I'm sorry, what?
Mhm.
But Thomas reaching for something does have his helmet. Does have a helmet.
Oh, I got a new helmet?
Is this something that we were aware would happen before we got loaded in? Was this like the pre-flight, by the way, we're taking all your shit?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Folks, this is the captain. We're just gonna take all your guns before.
I mean, if I knew that was part of the price of getting back to Earth, I might be more okay with it. But waking up and not having it isn't okay.
So as you come to that realization, the back of your mini transport opens up, and the front side of what you perceive to be the smuggling submarine opens up, and you're greeted there by a salt and pepper haired man wearing a leather jacket and a kilt, who's pressing the the fire door open thing. And what do they see, Ezra?
So yeah, he's an older, kind of nondescript in the disappear into crowds sort of way kind of guy. He'd tell you it's a mini skirt, not a kilt, but he doesn't really talk about it. And when you come out, he's like, "Oh, there are supposed to be more of you.
Yes.
Why only 3?
Yes, we apparently lost a couple of our members somewhere about the moon.
No. 6. There's supposed to be 6 of you.
Yeah.
Where
There
are the
are.
other 3?
What do you mean? What do you mean? 3?
You mean
2?
5?
5?
Here we go, math.
We're
There's
down
the old guy.
Mm.
There's the annoying one. And then there's the little one.
So
Which one is
Kaito
which?
also, you remember, loaded on as well.
Yeah, no, I from Kaido.
Okay.
We don't know. They won't tell us. We stopped on the moon, and then the other 3 got off there apparently.
Funny story. We're in Tokyo. We're working with the Yakuza. When you show up, when you say there's going to be 6 and there's only 3, that's how you lose fingers.
Who's he losing them? You?
I work for the Yakuza. I'm okay.
Can I have an insight check that? Because that doesn't sound right to me.
Roll it.
What's insight in this game?
I think it's just
Yakuza.
or sense motive.
ooh.
Might be sense motive.
I think it's sense motive.
Also, we've got a bigger problem. Nobody has their weapons.
Yeah, big problem. Shotgun, knife,
Sense
Pistol.
motive 11.
pistol.
You are taking him at his word because you have no choice.
Anyway, I go down the list of weapons that I'm missing.
It's a long
And-
list. It's
and-
longer than it
What
should
about
be.
your medical kit?
I should have a box of parts as well for different mechs and people.
Look, stuff can always be replaced. I'm supposed to take you to my boss. You're going to come with me. We're going to go to Tokyo. It's a wonderful town. Very good food.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look back at the sense and just be like, what is going on?
You have money, right?
No.
It's a very expensive town as well.
Yeah. I have
The-
stuff.
So you
I
look
have
at the synths, Deja, and the synths go look at each other and say, our flight log has us landing here. We landed within 0.2 meters of the proposed landing site. If there is something wrong with your flight log, please make sure you take it up with our manufacturer.
Hey Kai,
Yeah.
can you have a look at that and see if anything was changed?
Yeah, so I'm gonna use I'm assuming my little pocket computer's still on me, right?
It was on you when you woke up.
Okay.
It was like, yeah, it was there.
You're in the right spot. This is where I'm supposed to meet you.
We're in the right spot, but we loaded with 6 people and our weaponry, and we have landed with 3 people and no weaponry. And I distinctly remember a stop off at the moon and someone deliberately putting me back to sleep. I glare at the synth who did that.
Ooh, so
It was
while
for
they're
your
argu-
own safety.
Bullshit.
So while they're arguing about that,
my own safety on the stop that we didn't make, huh?
I'm following the flight logs as they were intended. And as Kai, I guess you open your personal computer.
And I'm going to look at the flight log and just read the record. Just see what's in.
Before you do that, you notice
Yeah.
a tiny chip in between the layers of your PC, and
Okay.
it's essentially a storage disk.
Okay. Can I access the storage disk?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's on it?
So you pop it in and you hit play.
Yep.
So essentially, what you see is herbs pre-Mars loading up and looking into essentially like a selfie, talking to you in a vlog form,
Okay.
and it statics and then it comes live, and the message is essentially, look, I didn't mean to do this, but it's for everybody's safety. Okay. You're in better hands than you would be by following us. You guys make a lot of noise, but I trust you guys are survivors. You'll make do on Mars. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's the least I could do. Okay. I took your weapons because you wouldn't last long with them. All right. I'm going on advice that I've been explicitly given. Do what they ask of you and you'll get protection. Okay. Keep your heads down, but don't for a second think that we were friends. All right. We did this. This is the minimum that I owed you. And in the background, you see Monium. I think we're still friends. Shut up. Look, I am sorry. Okay. But I did this to protect myself and I did this to protect them because you guys are a fucking liability. But you should at least be safe, okay? Thunk.
Oh, you're not safe.
Okay,
So
well,
basically-
if you want someone to take fingers off of, you can go find that one, and you can take fingers off of him.
Your friend just sold you to the Yakuza.
It's exactly what I was going to say. We just got sold.
Okay.
I can cure anyone here.
Actually,
I am a cyber surgeon. I
Can you-
cure everyone.
can you heal me instead of curing me, please?
Yeah, and I like touch the gash on my forehead. Be kind of nice.
So, from here, I'm going to take the half of you I do have and
Okay.
somehow explain the half of you I don't have to my boss, Kana. He's the leader of the Sumayoshi Ka. That's a Yakuza bank, essentially. I'll make it easy for you. It's a Yakuza bank.
Okay. So I give, what's the kilted man's name again?
You can call me Doyle.
I was gonna say, don't take
Doyle.
it
So I give Doyle the chip and just say, here, if they need an explanation, this is what I got.
Better than nothing.
He's the one who sold your boss out.
Yeah,
Take it up with him. He's not our friend, as he
clearly.
says.
He said it himself. So if their influence is that great,
Look,
they can deal with the price
your
themselves.
interpersonal relations are your own business. The fact is, you work for the Yakuza now, so
Maybe he needs this this person
You know,
hunted down
is
to get those fingers, and we can be that group that does it.
We might get a tattoo.
Trade one gang for another. Can't be that bad.
You know that the submarine is on autopilot heading towards the docks in District 19. Essentially where you, Ezra, know that's what's happening. But you're not going to pull up to harbor like a supply ship. There's a back underneath entrance.
are we going to be below? Are we going to be in the under floors?
You're going to be subterranean for one floor. You're not going to be like way down, but yeah, there's a lower level.
Funny story. Tokyo is kind of two towns. We're going to be in the worst part. But if you got money, going upstairs is wonderful.
San Francisco is like 6 towns, and most of them are bad.
Yeah.
Tokyo is fantastic.
We're not allowed in any of them either.
Not anymore.
Reasons.
Why are you going to tell everybody that?
Oh yeah.
You got kicked out of San Francisco?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
tough, isn't it?
Imagine how terrible a person you have to be.
And then you got kicked out of Mars?
No,
Yeah.
we left.
We just left, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm from there. Don't recommend.
So as you guys are talking, you notice that the momentum of the submarine, the tiny submarine, kind of slows down, and it basically guides itself to connect to a porthole at the top of the submarine, and you guys can disembark whenever you want.
Okay.
Well, this isn't our turf. We don't know the way.
I'll take you. Come with me if you want to live.
So as you come up, you climb up some stairs, and it takes you around a bend. You notice that it's extremely dark and dimly lit, but everything down here is metal. And what you're looking at is basically a storage warehousing facility. Thomas, it's on the next map. And what you see in that facility is basically steel pillars, and you see some staging pods, basically people waiting in ISO chambers like you guys were, to be put on a ship to be transported out. You see dumpsters. You see, it's basically like a nefarious loading dock, right? Like these packages here aren't being scanned for inventory. These are people like yourselves being smuggled in and out. Give me 1 second here.
None of you should be concerned that we're going to a map.
Yeah, right. A map with some blackened out areas. No,
Not
that's
a cause
not
for
ominous.
any concern at all.
That's not ominous at all.
Nope. And that we can only see 3.5 pods.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we're supposed to see?
That's don't read too much into that. That's how much I just like revealed. So when you look to your right, you basically see a forklift, but then you see a door that would then raise and lower that leads to basically the water and the ships. When you look to the left, you start to see more items, but you also see a door in the far corner, and you're greeted by a very, very young girl. Doyle, give me a perception check.
That is a dirty 20, as the kids say.
Okay. So you immediately recognize this young woman as Morningstar. Totally made that up. And she is what you would know to be a gang member, a local gang member by the name of the Konami kids. Kagemi boys.
Oh, no.
Essentially what they are, give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I get this right.
I like Konami boys way better. Up, down, up,
Those
down.
like
The Konami kids. I'm sorry. The Konami
all right, yeah,
kids.
Kagami is like the sex worker kind of thing.
So you know that the Konami kids are basically a smash and grab crew. They're extremely dangerous and violent, but they are forced to be reckoned with because they run in fucking numbers.
They swarm.
Morning Star, what's a girl like you doing in a nice place like this?
We're down here, looking for the latest takes, and it looks like you've moved from guns and drugs into people smuggling. What's the price on these?
More than you can afford. I'm taking these to Kana.
No, you can't really take them to Connor until you get them out of our territory, can you?
Look, you're a nice kid. Maybe you walk out of here, you don't die, we stay happy. But you know who I work for.
As you say that, 2 more come from behind the pillars.
There's
and
always
one from the second says, I know who you work for. I also know that they don't give a shit about a gaijin. You think they care about you? It's just a means to an end. Yeah, so, you put these guys under. We put them in the pot over there. We split 50-50. Okay? Or I slit your throat and we take them. Because you got a wormer with you, but like the other 2, what are you guys, accountants?
Hold on one moment right there. I need to reach into my pack and I put on my new helmet.
I want to look around and see if there's anything like a baseball bat nearby. Anything that I can use is like a club.
I hooked up.
So give me an investigation.
Ugh, things I'm great at.
16 AC, yo.
Do I still have my armor?
Not if it.
You cut out,
You
man.
just got muted, Warren.
You cut out.
Did he step on his own cable?
No, his head's gone. It is max headroom.
I've done that. I have like a control thing on there, and the button pushes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
If it's holographic clothing, you still have that. If it's
Concealable ballistic vest.
you still have that.
My Zakor.
So what'd you roll for investigation? I didn't see.
It's
Got
a
13.
Ezra, you got a dirty 2013. Deja, you see on the far end a dumpster. But you also see that these soldiers are brandishing small knives and phase shift swords. Ezra, Doyle with a 20, you notice that Kyroga's carrying a pocket computer, and there are manipulative things in this environment.
Looking at the 2 new ones that came out and the younger ones, I'm gonna try and use sleight of hand. I'm gonna be talking to her, and I'm gonna slide my pistol to whichever one of these 3 looks like they know how to use a pistol. I'm gonna give it to the guy who keeps talking about guns.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and use sleight of hand to be talking to them, and just because it's in a concealable holster, so I keep it. It's in my back, basically.
Okay.
Under the skirt, and I'm basically gonna slide it out towards you, as I stand with my back to you.
So
Hang on, just out of game. Ezra, how many times have you said my gun under my skirt in your life?
That's between me and my God. Whoa, that is a terrible sleight of hand roll.
You will inspire that.
So are you? Yeah.
All right.
Inspire it. Yep, I'm grabbing one. Hey, Thomas, can you get me one of those too?
And you run by old rules, right? Where it's
Only-
one for every roll?
Yes.
Only slightly better. I got a 10.
Slightly better.
10.
On your sleight of
I went
hand.
from a 2 to a 5.
So you
I dropped.
come from the back to the front, and you pass by handing it to Ryoga, but Morningstar is distracted because it looks like you're playing with yourself inside your kilt. But you still manage to hand it to Morningstar.
All right, so you have a heavy pistol now. Oh wait, no, I don't hand it to. That would be funny if I handed it to Morningstar.
No, sorry, you
Oh,
handed it
here's
to
a gun.
Ryoga.
This will make this a fairer fight.
So now you're standing face to face with her, and she's
Yeah.
kind of on guard.
And I say, look, this is your last chance. These 3 are dangerous people. I work for a dangerous person. I don't want to see anybody get hurt here. But if anybody's going to get hurt here, it's going to be you guys. So last chance, walk away, or I'll step back and we can start shooting each other. Oh, wait, you don't have any guns. And I draw my SMG.
Do you? So you draw. So
Yeah.
when you say that, they start laughing at you. But then you draw your SMG,
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna roll initiative.
Here we go.
All right.
All right, where's my character?
And I need to yell, Kai,
What?
make that girl's head explode.
Calm down.
Boom.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oh, weird. So I
What?
select me.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Roll them.
How do you select your
It
token?
really is max headroom with the.
He hasn't given us control of the tokens. The DM actually has to give us
Oh.
control of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see if I can move my person around a little bit.
Nope.
Nope, I can't. So,
No, we have to wait. We have to wait for him to give us control.
Warren, you're gonna have to give me control again.
Oh, you don't have control?
We
No.
don't have control of our tokens.
What?
Every time you go to a new page, if you have to copy
Yeah.
and paste an old one.
Okay.
Roll20 it's special.
You know, you don't have these problems when you don't use maps.
Okay. It says that you still have control. Do you not?
No, because when I
Like-
rolled initiative, it said you do not have no valid token was selected.
Maybe I put the wrong ones on the screen. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Throw this guy. Now try it again, Ezra. Let me see.
Uh,
Did that go through?
yeah,
Hilarious.
looks
You
like
rolled
it.
the same thing.
All right, Kaito. Your turn. Oh, wait, sorry.
I'm multiplying.
Apparently.
Ryoga, your go. You try to roll initiative.
Well, no,
Oh.
I've rolled initiative, and we're able to roll initiative, but we don't have control of the tokens on the board.
Well, no, because it actually Roll20 will
Ooh,
connect them to the initiative.
You-
to the people.
I got you. I got you.
The GM has to go into the token controller and give
Yep.
control of it to the player.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because I don't get my little circles and whatnot.
Doyle, you should be able to move yours now, but you're stuck right there. Deja,
I'll be
Sir,
wait, you should be able to move yours now.
got her. Thank you.
And then Kairoga, you should be able to move yours now. And Ryoga, you should be able to move yours now. Is that, yeah?
Yep, I'm movable.
All right, give me 1 second. What was those initiative
So-
rolls? They look pretty bad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got-
freaking 9, even though initiative's my thing.
Thomas and I both got a 19. 19.
I was too busy blustering, making to like.
Who's got the higher dex?
13.
15.
All right, Deja. And then we've got Kai.
Does Roll20 have an initiative tracker in it or no?
It does. I just don't know how to activate it.
Okay.
I think it's
Well-
part of the little sidebar thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Oh,
Yeah, for
I was,
GM.
watching
All right. So, Deja, essentially, you're up first. What you see is the conversation happening in front of Morningstar and Doyle. He pulls out. He says something smart. He gets everybody laughing, and then he pulls out his SMG, and the conversation stops and goes dead silent. And now you recognize this for what it is, and it's gonna go down. But you've only got your hands.
All right. Because that's my favorite thing. Let's see.
Said you were a barbarian.
Yeah, I like the shotgun though. What does this
Did
person
what,
look like?
68?
This one right here. Say what again?
So all of these people are gang foot soldiers. So the 3 girls have their bare hands, sharp finger swords like Lady Deathstrike, but also like a phase knife. Both are just as deadly. And then the 2 men are carrying phase shift swords, katanas. So the 2 right there are carrying swords, and then the 3 on the perimeters are carrying knives.
Okay. And these are all 5-foot squares. So if I get too close to Morningstar, she will get an attack of opportunity, which I am not in favor of. All right. Let me see. You don't want to do that, mate. That means you're dead. And I don't see anything like a pipe or anything that I can yank off the walls.
You see a trash can to your right, right next to Kiroga, but you see it's closed.
Emma Chaos also sees a forklift.
I don't know who Emma Chaos is.
Me
Highly
neither.
controllable.
I
Yeah.
do have proficiency with land vehicles, believe it or not.
It's amazing that it's taken me this long to not be confused by the fact that you're not called Emma.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure it requires a key of some kind
Probably.
if you can't hack it.
The one
Does,
So-
does it does the rubbish bin near me look like it's locked or anything, or is it just yank up the lid and look?
It's latched closed, but you might be able to give it a try. You want to go over to it, use your action to get it open?
Yeah, and see if I can find anything inside that might be useful.
All right, so give me a strength check.
Oof.
11.
I am rolling like garbage on the things that I should be good at.
So as you try to you know, you're hopped up on adrenaline, you're trying to rip the lid off of this thing. It doesn't budge, but you rip the metal beam off, and now you've got a baton.
That'll do. That'll do.
And they see that, they're like, holy shit.
And I'm going to bonus action Fury.
Okay. What does Fury do for everyone
Fury
watching?
gives me advantage on strength checks and fortitude saving throws. When I make a weapon attack using strength, I get a +2 bonus to the damage roll, and I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Which is what they all have, and you've got a strength weapon.
Yeah, and I'm going to turn around and just like twirl it over my shoulder and go, "You sure you want to play?" With just like this red light in my eyes.
All right, we've got Thomas. You're up.
All right, and I go to shoot first, and then I'll say if they want to. Are you sure you want to do this?
Who are you shooting at?
Actually, I am going to move.
Yep.
5, 10, 15. So 5, 10 move.
Yep.
Then
Shooting at
do
the
these
face
guys all
sword.
look the same?
Yeah, that guy and no, so that guy and the guy below him are the same.
The one in front of me is the boss.
Yeah, she's kind of like the local group leader, and the ones on the periphery are the females, and they've got the knives. But the guy in front of you has a sword.
All right, yeah, that guy's getting shot.
Okay, so you raise your pistol. I'm not even gonna give you a roll for this action because you go to squeeze the trigger and it goes zzz. It's bio-locked to Doyle.
That's right.
So you pull it and you point it at this guy, and nothing happens because the weapon.
Are you still gonna say? Are you sure you want to do this?
He says it to Doyle at the now.
Are you sure we want to do this? Is it a question?
I always forget about that.
God, I can hack this, can't I?
If you had an hour. Is that, you got any bonus actions? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna then move to there.
Okay. Kai, you are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna ping echo the lady. Lady.
All right, let's do some damage.
Make her head explode.
Since it's not in my sheet, Thomas, because apparently turning the page over was too much work for you when you put it in. I'm gonna use all 3 pings. So it's 3d4 plus 3. So I'm gonna have to do this.
Do
slash roll space 3d4 plus
You have 2 hands.
3. No, I don't. See what number that happens. Oh, 7. So she takes 7 points of damage.
So you see her Neuralink kind of fritz out as she's slightly distracted, and it looks like she's got a massive headache as she screams, and you do a decent amount of damage to her.
Are you sure nobody else wants to do that? Just to build on that, are you sure you want to do this thing?
Am I sure I want to do this?
And then I'm gonna go park my butt in the forklift.
Yes.
Okay.
Good wizard. Stay away from combat.
That is your go. Doyle, you're up, SMG in hand.
All right, I'm going to use my cunning action, which gives me a bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
So I can now, as I understand this, this whole system stuff is weird to me, but as I understand it, I can use that bonus action to disengage and then still get an attack.
Yep.
Yeah. So I use the bonus action and I want to move. Let's see. How do you do movement on this thing?
You just right click and hold it, and you.
Oh,
take
okay.
It. Yeah. Or you let me know where you want to go, and I'll try to
No,
put you.
you left click and hold.
Is it
Oh,
left?
left click and hold.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Right click is the indicator thing.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Correct.
30, 35. All right. So I'm going to slide here. And then I'm going to SMG her.
So,
35 movement.
so
Yeah.
here's the thing, Ezra. So you see this pole here?
Yeah.
This guy right there, those are beams. So if you wanted to shoot, you probably should shoot here before you left,
Okay.
because people will be covered from you.
All right. So I'll disengage to here, shoot her, and then keep moving.
Okay, roll some
All right.
damage.
So using
Roll, I'm sorry. Yeah, roll the
SMG.
attack.
that is a 23 Not a natural 20.
That hits.
And I do 13 points of damage.
And you pelt her with bullets, and she drops.
And I look at them and say, I really want to do this.
To finish out that round.
Boom. So she is off the board. As that happens, you see the other Konami kids. They don't really mourn her.
There's a new boss.
Well, 1, 5, 10, 15 comes up into Deja's space and is going to make a knife swipe to Deja. Let me roll that in here.
Because I don't have my armor, I don't know what my AC is because this wasn't mentioned to me beforehand, so I didn't look it up.
10 plus your dex bonus.
Yes.
All right.
Sounds right.
My AC is 12 then.
12.
Yeah, because I don't have my armor.
Who's
13?
I could run D&D in my sleep.
13 hits?
Yes, a 13 hits.
So it does for a max of 4 damage. So she kind of hops over the corpse of her buddy that comes down, and she swipes at you with her hand. Do you have resistance, though, under Fury?
Yes, because I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So that's reduced down to 2.
2 points with the slashing damage.
From non-magical, then.
5, 10, 15, 20. This one comes up to you, phase shift sword at the ready, and then goes in for a stab.
I'm pretty happy with how this is working out.
Misses.
12 misses. So comes in for a stab. You're able to parry away. Okay. This 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is running over to you. Doyle, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is coming over to the cowering Ryoga. That is their go. And Deja, you're up.
All right,
You've got
so
2 in front of you.
I do have 2 in front of me. I don't have the PDF with me at the moment. I don't remember if I get 2 attacks naturally yet, but I don't think so at third.
A baton is bludgeoning 1d4 it once you attack. Once you successfully attack.
Successfully attack, yeah. And it is it's a strength weapon?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to call it unarmed. Well, no, because that's a 1d4. Fuck. This is not making it easy. I had everything else set up. Fine. All right. I'm going to attack the one who actually managed to cut me.
Okay. The Fury, the girl right in front of you.
Yep.
Keep in mind, these are 13-year-olds.
Good for them.
I didn't mention that, but these are literally Konami kids.
Good for them. I was once also 13 and a gang member on a street, and there was no mercy for me.
They're 8-bit.
Yeah,
up,
I don't.
Up, down, down.
Does a 13 hit?
Start.
A 13 does hit.
Cool. So I do 3 points of damage to the kid.
Got it.
Do you have a strength bonus?
Do you have a bonus action?
Oh, I get a +2 to that. Thank you, Ezra.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's a weapon attack using strength, so that is 5 points of damage to the kid.
Got it. Boom.
Thank you.
Kid is definitely hurt. You come down with a swipe on the baton on the face, but you're kind of like, I don't know if you respect the fact that like she took it and is still coming forward.
I mean, I respect it, and I'm also like, you need to go down, kid, because there's no mercy on these streets, mate. I'm going to bonus action rallying cry. Let's see, who do I think needs it? To our new friend who has someone up on top of him.
To Doyle. What does that give Doyle?
That gives Doyle. You have a 1d8 to add to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It's basically Bardic Inspiration, a d8.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thomas, you are unarmed. Oh, I'm sorry. Deja, you're still up.
No, that's my turn. Because I'm not moving anywhere.
Thomas, you are unarmed. It is your go.
Are you that hurt?
I'm only down 4 points.
Out of
26.
okay, you got plenty.
Yeah,
Still.
I got plenty of time.
In that case,
I can't believe these little kids didn't run away.
Shame.
This is how they make their living, man.
Not for much longer.
Does anybody have like
I'm
chicken
gonna-
legs in there?
I'm
And
gonna-
maybe we could just throw some food at them and they'll go away.
I'm gonna pistol whip this person.
Okay. You know what? I'll call that a hammer, yeah?
I'm not going to. And actually, wait a minute.
What?
For a D6 maybe?
Well, ask, does a 10 hit? First off, does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Okay, so let's D6 it.
Or because we're rolling with old rules, we can just re-roll it.
Re-roll it.
Okay.
Oof. What if I want a D6?
Yeah, you see? It's not always a clean trade-off.
Oh, tragic irony.
See?
He rolled worse, guys. He pulled an
Here.
Amy.
He pulled an
Hold
Amy,
on.
but it wasn't an Emma.
Would have been a 5.
Why-
I would
God.
have hit.
Why do
So-
you torture yourself like that?
Thomas runs out. Ryoga runs out with the butt of the gun and goes to swing and badly misses as.
That's very expensive.
Sideswipes you.
Don't hurt the gun.
Kai, you're up.
Okay, so I look around. Are there keys to start this thing any place in the vehicle?
There are no keys, but there's an electronics interface.
Okay, so I'm gonna plug in, and do you want a hack or attack or a what to like get this thing to start, get this
A
party
hack.
started?
A hack, and
'Kay.
you need to roll a 16 to hack this thing, and then it will be entirely in your control. Boom! I think that
Nice.
does it.
That's a nat 20.
I was like, what did I
Damn.
roll?
Give us a
You-
card.
Oh, okay. Nat 20. What do we got here? What do we got here? You get a 1d12 after making a saving throw. Green screen
Nobody
effect.
gives
Yeah.
a shit.
All that is purple lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1d12.
You get to add it. We get to add a D12 to a saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you plug in and it doesn't take you much. You recognize this interface, and then all of a sudden everyone hears the forklift starts to run. Yeah.
It's Diesel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like,
It's got a hackable interface, but it's Diesel.
exactly.
It's the scooter had a noise.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's all
It
fake
did.
noise. It's all
Yeah.
fake
Yeah.
noise.
It's kind of hipster to add a noise to your electronic
like
vehicle.
the shutter sound on a
You know
digital.
what?
Yeah.
It totally works because this is a construction environment. You can't have a bunch of electric vehicles running around. You have to make some noise to know that
Yeah.
they're there.
Right.
So
We hear
that's what
beep,
that is.
beep, beep.
Yeah.
So do I get to move this thing, or should I move an attack next time? Like, what's my speed? What's my speed on this thing? Like, what's
That's
my
what I was
movement?
looking up right now. I was like, I put this in this world and I didn't even look up what the what kind of
You know
travel
what the
time is.
move of the rules say what the move of a forklift is?
They give the rules of the movement for vehicles.
Wow.
So I'm gonna apply it
Okay.
in that
So if
same way.
I'm assuming I can still move, so when you get a chance, move the forklift under me. Um,
So I'm gonna call this a coupe. And basically it has a movement speed of 110.
okay, so
Cool.
it's deluxe. So
110 miles per hour. I'm looking at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna call that
Well, you know, she rolled a 20. That's
Oh,
what
no.
happens when you get a
Okay.
crit success.
yeah.
You might want to call it
No, we're gonna hauler. It's a hauler. It's a hauler.
okay. I mean, I've only moved 25 up
I
to
mean,
the
that's-
blue-haired lady.
That's still like 530 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
But-
I'm assuming I can't attack on this round because I've already done a
So
thing.
I will let you try to move into her space.
You have to run her over. That's
You're
your
gonna run her over.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what you
just-
want to do.
And in fact, I was about to say,
Smash her against the
Killer.
against
So-
the pillar.
Okay, so Amy, you're gonna roll a d20 to see if you attack. She's distracted by Kiroga's miss swing and she parries.
Oh,
It's still normal AC. We'll see what happens.
for you
So there's
Champions
just a-
fans.
there's
This is
just
the
a
move
20.
through.
You rolled a 12. Her AC is
Yeah.
a 12. I think you
Okay.
hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna let you roll damage. What essentially happens is you impale her with the fork to the pole, and she's basically stuck on this machine. I'm gonna bring her to front. No, not that. She's dead. She's impaled on this beam right here.
This is going to be amazing. I'm just going to roll around and just collect little Konami kids on my forklift. Excuse me, everybody. I'm busy.
So-
I've got to make a
Down,
Konami.
left, right?
Kebab. It's a Konami Kid kebab.
It's a Konami Kid kebab.
So your machine now is still going forward, and that's your turn, right?
Yep,
Like you've
that's
got
it.
to figure out how to put it in reverse, but
Okay.
you're just crushing her into this pole.
love
Doyle,
that.
you're up. You've just watched the carnage of these San Francisco terrorists on
Well,
some
I have to move
12-year-old
to
kids.
get my bonus. So let's see, 5, 10. That gets me my
Sure.
bonus damage. And then I'm going to shoot this guy with the sword here.
Okay.
That is a 12.
12 hits.
All right. And I do 10 plus, because I moved, I do +1 damage. So I do 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Oh.
Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 points of damage really hurts this guy.
Do they have DR vests?
No. Nope.
I do.
Me too.
You notice, instead of saying no, I should say you notice that he takes all the damage. You know, so like you pelt him, but these kids are resilient. He's like coughing up blood, but like this is how he eats, so he's coming forward.
He's
That's
wearing a
one of them just got rammed into a like impaled thing. These kids are resilient.
I feel fine now.
Got spunk, these kids.
You've got a relationship, not a relationship, but I guess call it like a professional. Like you guys are kind of in the same industry.
Yes.
You
yeah.
might know some of these kids.
I went legit. I knew Morningstar. She was a good kid.
And an idiot, apparently.
Didn't mistake
And
me.
with that, the other one, Ryoga, Deja, is gonna take. So she came at you with the slash, you hit her, and then she's gonna come back forward with the phase shift knife.
Okay.
One roll. Come on, Warren, get it together. 13.
Hits.
13 hits. So this knife finds its mark for 2 points of damage.
Which
1
gets
point of
halved down to
damage.
1.
Yeah. So she kind of nicks you with that just in time for the phase shift sword to come down on you again. Like they haven't seen what happened behind them. They're just like,
They just heard a forklift.
yeah, they heard a yelp
you-
and a forklift crash.
Screaming.
14.
Hits.
It hits? Yes.
Yes.
One of the first lessons of being a Konami kid is don't look back.
Phase
Fair.
shift sword for 1d8. All right. Slashing damage. Yep, 1d8 plus 3.
Ow.
7 points of damage minus 2 for 5.
Halved down to 3.
It's halved.
Yeah. I have resistance.
Yep.
Down to 3. You're right. Boom. So both of those find its mark, and the kids are just like, this is the first time they've ever engaged with a wormer before. So they're confused, but also like, this is what it's gonna take. The one, Deja, the one that you hit with the baton is not looking good. The phase shift sword that just kind of found its mark is looking fresh. And then the other one that you just shot, Doyle, is coming at you around the bend here.
Just walk away, kid. Walk away.
And he's coming down hard as you talk.
Just keep
Can I-
walking.
Can I use my I didn't use my bonus action to like dash or hide, but can I like get soft cover from like ducking around the pillar or something?
No,
All right.
it wouldn't help you either way here because of there's no incoming gunfire.
Oh, okay.
For 12 points of damage. 12, I'm sorry. Does 12 hit?
No.
Oh man, so the wounds are getting to him, so he comes down in a exacerbated
This
swing.
poor guy is fighting the one guy who still has armor.
Right.
And he misses. Top of the order, Deja.
Excellent. I'm gonna twirl the baton around again and be like, kid, you made a bad mistake, and take a swing at the one that I have already damaged. Get her out of
Okay.
my way before moving on. That's a nat 20.
Oh man. Whew, okay, so
So the damage on that, hang on a second.
is it more than 3?
Yes.
Yeah. How does it happen?
I mean, it turns into an 8 with all of the stuff. So like, I just look at her, kind of shake my head, and just like come up under her jaw and break her jaw up into the rest of her head
With the baton.
with the baton.
Srack. So she goes crack. You essentially snap her neck with that momentum. And you get
Horrible
a
poison.
1d12 after making a skill or an attack roll. This is
Thank you.
annoying. And she is down. What
And
do
the
you?
tur-
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna turn and look at the boy with the phase shift sword and be like, "Run away! I won't kill you."
Guys,
No, that's one was, you want to do this?
And I'm actually going to reply in Japanese. This gaijin will have your head.
he
And I
looks and he spits.
And I say in Japanese, you know Japanese.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, perfect.
Ryoga, you're up.
All right. So on my go, I want to basically wait until Kairoga goes and help her impale this kid. So I want to give her the help action by grabbing the kid and throwing it onto the forklift as it comes around.
The one who's in
Wait.
front of me with the sword.
The sword
Yes.
kid.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I want to use my action to help her, which gives her advantage.
Are you sure?
You have to do a grapple. I would say that
Yeah.
you go up to him and grapple. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
That's okay.
All right. Let me check this out. You guys.
Because I was going to go for the other one just in case the forklift got out of control. I don't stab anybody. I don't do a
okay.
full impalement.
That's actually probably a better idea. Is go after the one that's threatening Doyle.
You got
Well,
to.
in that case,
Threatening
I'm
is a
gonna
strong
grapple this
word.
guy
Let's be
for no
clear.
reason.
Just grapple him anyway, or do something. Because you can't fire your dumb gun.
It's a 12.
It's a smart gun. That's the whole point.
A 12. You rolled a 12.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna do a counter roll. Strength.
Which is a
right?
+1 to strength.
Funny enough, me too.
+3.
I mean,
A natural
Oh!
20 fights you off. This kid is amazingly adept at hand-to-hand combat.
Makes
All right.
sense.
So you've got right here, you're now in his space. And Kairoga
Yep. So
gonna
I'm
throw
going.
this guy in reverse.
Nope. I'm gonna actually do a pivot. I'm gonna take a right turn
You
and
can't
drive straight. What do you mean?
because it's impaled in the pillar, in the metal
Oh
pillar.
yeah. So
So
Actually,
What?
you know what? Do you want to pivot it? Do you want to do that?
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Yeah. All right. Kairoga pivots it and essentially rips this kid off of the forklift finger.
yep. And then I
Or
want to
half
drive
kid.
straight into this dude.
Down here. Okay.
Yep.
Let me move this
Ah!
guy.
so there are reasons. Also, there are reasons we don't read the chat because it's too funny sometimes.
what did the chat
Winter
say?
Nightingale said, "Put a forklift in these kids. They're done."
Oh, very nice.
That was a good one.
Well
That was a good
put,
one.
Winter. Thank you.
So I drive into the other kid for a 14.
For a 14, that hits.
You two, we've just got demonetized.
Yeah. No, so you are just like not into brakes at all. This kid just swipes down at Ezra and misses. Ezra behind Doyle behind the pillar doesn't see the oncoming forklift
Yeah.
as the kid is just like pinned to that adjacent wall down there.
The hell did you just do?
"Ay!"
You ran him over?
I solved the actually technically I impaled him. I solved the problem. I for a hacker.
This should work for the Yakuza.
Now you can see why we're not allowed back in San Francisco.
Yeah, why I'm not allowed
You failed the
anywhere.
driving test.
Doyle is up after the initial shock comes
Yeah,
off.
really. Well,
Do I roll? What do I roll for damage? I have no idea.
I'm gonna give you the
The
full might
confetti.
of the 150-pound,
Okay.
more than that,
Yeah.
hand car. Yeah,
He's just
Well,
dead, man.
is dead.
I was gonna like Dukes of Hazard over those two pods in front of me, but now that there's a bloody forklift there, think I'm not going to do that.
You can't go through that space either. You gotta have to go.
Yeah, no. There's.
Hey, Doyle, hop on. I'll get you over to the other side of the.
I
want to go hide from you.
You do, because this is going to be like forklift bumper cars.
35. So can I shoot the guy from there, or is the pillar obstructing him?
The line of sight. Well, Ryoga is in the line of sight. So
no.
if you roll a 1, from there. I'm sorry, I didn't see you move. Yeah, you can definitely shoot.
All right. Well, then let's.
Might wing me if you roll a 1, but
if you roll a 1, yeah, somebody's gonna get hit.
Oh, I'm on it.
The chances.
There's a backup in you.
Instead, I roll a 19.
That hits.
24 to hit, and good lord, I do 15 points of damage.
Damn.
Ooh, 15. Right into the side of this kid. This kid is like, he's hurting extremely badly. He falls to a knee with his sword down into the ground.
Buddy, the forklift is coming. You should go. I've seen terrible things.
He looks up. So since it's his turn, he looks up and he turns around and he looks at you guys and he looks at his friends. And he...
You should run.
Oh, come on.
He blows himself up.
No. In only a 5-foot area.
He's extremely weakened. I don't know how to play this. He misses this attack, but essentially he's trying to find the sword to impale himself.
That he should auto do that. That's not a rule.
He should auto do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes out with some honor as he looks and he spits in Deja's face and he impales himself with the sword.
I will never understand why they do that.
And Deja just smiles because she gets it.
And I'm just gonna grab the sword and kick him off.
I had dibs on that, Rye.
There's another one over by the forklift.
Fine, I want one of them.
It's messy.
Is there a holster for this thing, or do I turn off the phase part?
Yeah, so you can basically flick. So when you don't have the phase shift on it, it's not a heated blade. It's just a regular blade. But the phase shift like turns it into a lightsaber.
Stick it through the belt.
Sorry, I always forget that thing about the gun. You'd think we can. I think I know a guy who can fix that.
Actually, if you have no need of this pistol, I could certainly hack it with enough time.
Knock yourself out, kid. Knock yourself out.
Can you hack this pistol for me?
Hang on, as I'm like trying to get out of the forklift.
So you attempt to throw it in reverse, but the forklift is stuck on something. So like it's there.
The wall.
No,
I'm on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb over the body capsule just to get out of this thing.
I'm gonna make my way over there and find the other phase shift sword because I want that. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, 1d8 or a 1d10. I can do something with that.
Sweet.
Look, we shouldn't stay here too long because if there's one thing you know about the Konami kids, it's that there's always more of them.
What you also realize is that they're not here by accident, right? So there are 2 entryways when you look down. You see a main door, but then you see a side door.
Do I think, based on what I know, do I think the side door would be too out of the way, or like, I want to take us the best route that will give us the least sort of chances of people to find us.
So you probably know that the main
make like
door
a streetwise or something if you want.
Yeah, actually roll me that.
That's a 10.
Well, you've been smuggling here. I'll give you on advantage. Let's see another one. Let's see how daft you are.
I'm pretty daft.
7, you rolled a 10.
I've never done an Amy before.
Oh my goodness, we need to put you on the leaderboard.
You get a hunch that they're not alone, but you don't know which way.
First off, is anybody hurt?
Still down by 4.
How bad are you hurt, Deja?
I'm mechanically I'm at 37 out of 45.
How long is this going to take? Because we should move on.
You know what? I will do a quick heal on you, which is 3d4.
Wow.
Excellent. Thank you.
If you can go ahead and roll that if you want.
Okay. Give me a sec. Roll.
While they're doing that, Doyle, roll a perception.
Is that plus anything? Jesus Christ.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Wow, I rolled a 1.
You get a card.
I rolled a
Oh,
1.
sweet. And I'm going to get, you receive minimum amount of healing from any one possible source. What did you just do?
I mean, you won't need to. It already rolled a 4. It's basically,
should use that card.
minimum damage anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
use the card because the card is the equivalent.
It'd be a
Nope.
3.
You might as well if you
Nope.
want.
Nope.
The card might give her more healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it plus anything, Thomas?
It is not, no.
All right.
My basic heal is, but not the quick heal.
So I'm up to 41.
Do you need a quick heal?
Sure, if you want to give me
So
one.
3d4.
you guys are kind of caught up in the fury of battle, salvaging things. You got 2 swords, but you start to see that this door on the far side is slowly, the lights are blaring as if the blast door is about to raise.
The big door behind us here?
This guy overway to the far right, yes.
Yeah. So we're going to go down that stairway on the right then.
All right. So heading down into the stairway on the right, you enter into a dimly lit chamber, and the door closes behind you. It's kind of like a downward door that has like a submarine style turning wrench. And you have 2 paths. You have a straight ahead and you have a right path.
And the
So
left
just
path?
here, do I see 3?
Straight ahead and a right. No. So
What's
let
the
me
green
put your
thing?
characters
What's
in
the
there.
green thing?
So what you see is kind of like less clean, which is very odd even in the sewers of Japan, which means it's like really not trafficked at all. But you notice to the left in the green is a rubbish bin. And you see kind of miscellaneous papers and trash strewn about. Doyle, what you know is that like people come down here to discard stuff.
Mm. And I, again, thanks to my incredible rolls, have no sense of which way to go.
I do have 60 feet dark vision. So how far can I see down this path, the one straight ahead of us?
Let me see that.
And I pull out a
You see all the way to the end.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here to make sure you can control this guy.
Thank you.
Can you
Yep,
bring the
so-
forklift?
No, I didn't. Sorry, it's not very stealthy. I can only go forward and back.
Oh man, we should have driven the forklift out and had a chase scene through the streets of Tokyo on a forklift.
A bloody forklift.
Yeah.
piling up the Konami kids.
With that,
That's an
too,
episode title, Piling Up the Konami Kids.
everyone make a perception check.
Oh, boy.
Sure. Do you want to put me on this map or no?
Yep, doing it now.
Ooh, I got a 17. I'm finally seeing things.
I got a 20.
Unnatural?
Unnatural.
All right.
21.
21.
Yeah,
Wasted.
real perceptive at the moment.
Not really an important one, but behind you, you can hear the screams of petrified warehouse dock workers who just came across carnage. They're shouting orders in Japanese about what happened here. How did this happen? Do you know them? Where did they come from?
Somebody's gonna
How did this
OSHA.
forklift get here? Like, what did this damage? Like,
It's
what
their
the hell?
forklift.
Like,
How-
why is there a kid on the end of this forklift?
That's more like it.
But
Suicide.
straight ahead in the chamber, you hear muffled arguments. Deja,
where? Up here?
down the tunnel, you can't see. You hear muffled arguments. Straight ahead, you see a dead end, but you also see what could be determined to be like a furnace,
All right. I'm
like
gonna lean,
where you repurpose metal.
okay. I'm gonna lean over and tell the others what I see down at the end there, because I just assume that no one else can see in the dark.
But that's a dead end.
Yeah, but there's some sort of furnace down there. Might be useful. Might not.
We can check it out, but I would suggest we move.
Yeah, let's see.
keep going.
Let me.
Also, there's arguing down there.
Perhaps you could sneak ahead, Doyle, and see what they're saying.
Yeah. I'll sneak down the passageway.
Doyle, you don't have dark vision, do you?
I don't.
Okay. Well, we'll reveal slowly. How much farther do you want to go?
I'll go. Should I make a stealth roll here?
Yes.
So I'm using my flashlight to kind of give him just enough light to see, so that he doesn't like bump into anything.
I got a 13 on the stealth roll, and I'm gonna hide behind that exposed pipe there.
This guy. Okay. Right there. Boom. You notice that it comes around the corner, and the argument is getting louder.
Can I hear what the argument is?
Yes. The argument is basically like, look, you were supposed to give me the papers and the package was supposed to arrive, but we're paying you to get the goods before anybody else does. All right. Once we secure the human cargo on the inside, there's a weapons crate upstairs with our name on it. Tell us which one it is. And the guy is basically like, I'm clean. I'm out. Like, I don't do this anymore. My debt is paid off. That sort of reasoning.
All right. So I sneak back and I say, I think they know where your guns are.
I'd very much like to know that.
Actually,
All
do
right.
they know where better guns are?
Ooh.
So look, I'm going to do something. It's going to be a little questionable. So if you want to stay here, although I think forklift lady, you're going to be fine with this. So
Mate, we all just participated in killing street kids.
So I'm going to sneak down to that turn where the argument is, and then I'm just going to spray it with SMG fire.
Oh, right on. Okay, so
Yeah,
what you
I'm
see
closely behind
that's
him.
a sneak attack as well.
Yes. Explain the sneak attack dynamic
All
to
right.
us.
So
the
sneak attack.
way the spray works is that it automatically fires. You empty your clip, and everybody in range makes DC.
I had it up. Yeah.
Of 15.
Yeah.
Or something. Yes.
And then they take half of whatever everybody takes half of what my damage would be.
All right.
And if you make the save, you take half of the half. You take a quarter, I guess that would be. And then sneak attack is if I'm attacking somebody who doesn't know I'm there, I add 2d6 to whatever I'm doing. And if we really, we're playing D&D, so I've got to put on my Michelle hat and min-max here. I also have recently moved 10 feet, so I get +1 to my damage.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I can play this game.
Yes, you can.
All right, let's roll.
You are
for
wasted
it.
on other systems.
All right. So they need to make the DC 15 saving throws.
Okay, 1 second.
There's an innocent dock worker down there.
Trust me, buddy. Nobody in Tokyo is innocent.
So, as you turn around the corner, the guy pleading for his life, kind of his eyes widen as he sees you, and he tries to jump out of the way. But the person threatening him with the gun doesn't see you at all.
We gotta. What's that? Break an egg omelet. Yada yada. All right, so I'm gonna roll the damage, and then let's see. I'm gonna use this roll 20 crazy thing to roll 2d4.
For what kind of SMG?
I have a Detroit SMG.
That should be a lot more than a 2d4, right?
Well, it's half. Remember, with the spray, it's half the damage I'd normally do.
But you still roll the total damage and then calculate.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 + 3 + 2d6. Let's see if this even works. Nope. It did not like that.
It doesn't like complex math with parentheses or whatnot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no, it should be /roll space 4d4 plus 3d plus 2d6 plus 1.
Add 1 to that. So I did 20. So it's 13 to everybody. DC 15.
Is it?
Actually, +1 is 24,
12.
so it's
12 to
12.
everyone.
12 to everybody.
12 to everybody.
I'm not sure how you want to do the sneak attack on the spray, if the sneak attack is halved or not.
No, it's not.
Okay. Oh,
Roll
all right.
that.
So then 7, 10, 11. So that's rounded down is 5 on the SMG, 8 on the SMG, 8 plus 9, 17 to everybody with a DC 15 save.
Okay. With the
Not
save.
a question, anybody.
No, 17 if they save, they take half.
Okay.
So the person who missed it takes 17 points of damage. The one who doesn't gets 8.
Yeah.
So in your spray, you totally wipe out this Konami kid right there. He kind of doesn't know what hit him. And this guy gets pinned to the ladder, which now you see leads upwards. But as you shot around the corner, the gun goes off that was being held to this man, and it ends the engineer as well.
I don't know that guy.
They are both dead.
I didn't work with him.
He's just shooting into the dark.
And with that, it is all clear.
And I will reload because that takes the whole clip.
But now we know that up there is a crate with weapons in it.
Yeah,
Is
so
it
I am
worth
going
it
to
or going
run.
back?
So I am going to run up as well to that with flashlight in hand. Come around the corner, see that.
You better be a very good doctor to help them.
I'm going to do a medicine check on the engineer.
Why?
He has
I'm a
information
doctor,
we
damn
can
it.
use.
Because I'm a doctor.
Yeah, because that's ever stopped you.
'Cause I'm a plus 8.
You took the
25
hypocritical
medicine.
oath.
Yeah.
25 medicine check. Okay.
Oh, he's dead.
He's
Can I do a heal and bring him back?
He's unconscious. He's bleeding out. I will give you the heal.
You have a
if you wanna
diamond?
use it.
I'll do a quick heal.
Stop with the quick heals.
You
We're
have to.
just
you
gonna have to
it's
shoot
a
him
flash in
again.
front of the roll, man.
I know. 8 points of healing on this guy.
You heal the minimum possible damage.
Oh, the 3.
That should bring him back up from unconsciousness.
It'll bring him back up. He's
Yeah.
he's kind of you come up to him, you inject him with some protein, and he
That was a
he coughs coronavirus
will-
blood in your face.
Good thing I have a helmet on. I have a helmet on.
you are wearing the helmet. Yeah.
Now we're demonetized. Thanks, Warren.
Sorry.
I am going to pull bandages out and first aid tourniquet, or stop bleeding anywhere it's necessary.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Where's my guns? Let's
Why are
get
you
out
shooting at me?
Why are you working with the Konamis?
Fuck. Everybody makes some money on the side, right? They come in, they get packages that people won't necessarily miss, and I make a little extra one long. I don't have to die for that, man.
Give me the name on the weapons container.
Well, upstairs,
Yes.
they all say Detroit.
They make lovely guns.
Yeah, I'm sure you're acquainted with them. Is what you're holding a Detroit?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, man.
So which one do we want to open? Which one was his?
Upstairs is the warehouse that we process the package before we put them on the dock. I'm not gonna make it up the stairs like this, and if I come up the stairs, they're gonna know something happened.
Hold on, I'm checking if I care. No, I don't care. Tell me which one is yours. You get to walk away. Which of those containers do we want to open?
The one in the middle pallet.
You can't be more specific.
There's 3 pallets. The one in the middle pallet upstairs. You can't count to 3?
Pretend I can't.
It's the 4th pallet.
Let's go.
That makes no sense to me.
It's
As
the one
I'm
with the
like-
computer in front of it, all right? I don't know the code.
All right.
If you want to get it working, the code is on the post-it.
Go home. Kiss your wife. Get some health insurance.
Well, What? And he looks to Ryoga. What?
Punch him in the face.
Attack damage roll.
He's been cured. Please do.
He's only got 3 points of health.
Dude,
Again.
gotta
Let's
kill
see.
this guy.
You healed him to kill him?
Yep. That's what happens a lot.
Yeah, that's
Nope. 7.
You knock him out.
You
don't
people
miss, but
should
you
work
knock
for the
him
Yakuza. I think
mean,
you already
apparently-
do.
Actually,
apparently we don't have a choice.
7. How do you don't God, do you miss a punch?
You slap him.
Basically, he's just like,
Actually, Thomas, roll 1d4.
Yeah.
4.
Damn.
You go to hit him as his head slumps out of the way and you hit the ladder behind him. Take 4 points of damage.
Ah, serves you right for healing him and
But
killing him.
he's unconscious. Yeah. And you see the ladder upwards, leading to the warehouse, what you think to be a warehouse, but you don't know what's on the other side of the tube. And I think this is a good spot to take a bathroom break.
Yep. Are we doing a raffle?
We should.
We've got, like, 3 rounds. It's crazy.
Yes.
stuff we're
Oh,
doing.
give me a second to. Man. Oh, everything is all
So-
kind of.
So while that's happening, Thomas is doing math. 500 from Tamagatora to cure after questioning.
Which is what he did.
Yeah. Oh, and then is anybody going to second? So the Radiant, because we got 400. Where did that come from?
Soul Radiant with 400.
The rest of the bits, because I'm a noob.
We still love you. Noob or
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
They
they,
gave
gave 100
100
early.
earlier.
So there we go. I didn't count that. So
I
there's
think-
another 500.
That goes to me, doesn't it?
I don't know. Prove
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, prove it.
Noob, you need to tell us where that goes, all right? Tell us where it goes after the break. We're going to take 5 minutes, maybe we're going to take 5 minutes and then we'll be right back with part 2 of episode 7, Carbon 2185 Hard Reset. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us and joining us. I hope you're having as much fun as we are.
Go
More.
ahead.
You're having
Go
more.
ahead and
What?
put in hashtag chaos into the chat right now. We will do a Nord Games giveaway, exclamation point Nord Games. Put it in the chat. We'll roll that when we come back from the break. And
Hashtag
here we go.
chaos. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and staying with us. I totally forget whether or not we're gonna draw this now, Thomas. I know we literally just mentioned this 30 seconds.
We
That's-
just rolled it. And
Okay.
You disappeared for a minute.
Andrea the Burbs, congratulations on winning. Always a pleasure when someone we know and love wins. Thank you so much for being a huge fan and supporting our show.
yes.
Thank you guys also for spending your Monday evening with us. Back for part 2 of Carbon 2185, Hard Reset on the Quest and Chaos channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out our podcast, subscribe to our mailing letter, join our Discord, and also go on YouTube and hit the subscribe button, smash it, do all the cool things, because you guys are the reason why we still do this. And we have so much fun doing it. So again, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Thank you.
Yes. Get this for numbers. We had 28,000 podcast downloads in March.
Jesus.
What?
I love
Yeah.
it.
That's
That's a-
amazing.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is over 6 shows. Chaos Agents #1, of course, because but
Because you have to listen to it over and over again just to understand
Excuse
what
me.
the F is happening.
I mean, you
That's
have to
fair.
do that with Great Dane Society too. Let's be fair here.
Well, we only do well. We do well on YouTube. That's our place. You know.
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you again. Yes. And where we left our friends, they were curing some poor sap engineer down in the sewer who was being basically muscled for his packaging and for his shipment. We have just slaughtered some children on the waiting docks of District 19,
Really?
impaling them with forklifts and bludgeoning them to death with basically makeshift batons.
To be fair, we told them to run away.
Yeah, kids don't usually listen. I'm sure you expected them
Kids
as
these
kids to
days.
kind of bounce back. Kids are resilient, right? You can slam them off of cars.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. But they ran into the Konami kids, who are a known local Yakuza affiliate that travel in massive packs, but also known for shaking down newcomers and shaking down the ins and outs of the dock. In the sewer, after the carnage they left behind in the dock loading area, they took the sewer and found an engineer being hassled by a remaining Konami kid. And in his excitement, Doyle comes around the corner, just sprays and prays, and kills them both. Brought back by Ryoga to only be left unconscious again, but not before finding out that they are right below the warehouse holding facility, which Doyle knows then leads out directly to the streets of District 19. But they have to go up and through the holding facility, which they also learned has multiple packages strewn about before they get deployed onto the ships for cargo, for Earth transport or Mars transport. So we find ourselves inside the warehouse shipping facility.
Look, this is not a shopping trip. We're going to go see if your stuff is in that container, and then we're going to get out of here because I got to get you to Kana.
Suits me.
I need a pistol.
I
Let's
gave
go.
you a pistol.
I need a
That's what
pistol.
you can use.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. All right, partially my fault.
All right, who am I missing here? Give me 1 second to give you guys access to these.
Thank you. I think that's all of us.
Ryoga, Deja.
So do I see
You.
6 lines when he said 4 crates or pallets?
Yes. So what you remember before the guy passed out was he said that so you guys should be in control of your pieces. But what he said before he passed out was the package that you want with weapons is in the 4th loading area. And he also said it was in front of the kiosk with a password he could never remember. It's on a Post-it. And when you come out of the grate into the main room, what you see is like wooden plank, steel beam floors. The ambient noise is very loud. In front of you, there's like a crusher trash bin that recycles discarded metal and packaging.
Oh God, a forklift.
There's another forklift.
I saw that too.
Ahead of you, you see a glass window. And through the glass window, you see essentially two kiosk engineers that look similar to the guy that was just being harassed downstairs. They are oblivious to you, but you do see in the top right corners of the room, this well-lit room, you also see 3 large stealth spider bots sitting idle. The spider bots have noticed you and they're watching you, but they haven't done anything.
Are those the blue things?
Yep.
Okay.
3 of them?
Sounds like
They
somebody
look
getting
kinda
a new
like
pet.
octopuses.
Yep. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So through the glass straight
Mm-hmm.
ahead, you can see that they're working on their computer, kind of just doing logistics and data, but also you see that there's a door that leads to their room, and then on the other side of their room is a door to the exit.
Okay. So guys, I mean, I can hack the mechs one at a time.
Well, here's a question, Doyle. Aren't we supposed to be here? Like,
No one's supposed. I mean, look, we're supposed to pass through here. Anything we touch gets us in trouble.
So should we just move on to find out what our assignment is and ask for weaponry there?
Really quickly, Thomas and Amy, Ezra is now the GM. I am now Deja. Doyle is the thing.
yes.
That's largely on me
Yep.
because I accidentally killed my video when we went to break.
Wait, I'm the
So-
GM now?
Yeah, you're now Ezra's
Right.
got it. God help us
Everything's
all.
fine.
Excellent. What should we do? So I go
Hey,
ahead.
Ezra, you're running D&D now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So bear with us. We call it out. I don't know if you just want to keep playing or if you want to take 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's
5
just
minutes.
keep playing. Thomas is fixing it right now.
Cool.
So the question is, should we just sneak out of here, or should we go ahead and take the command center? And
how much did you like your stuff?
A lot.
it was okay. I mean, there's always room for upgrades, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll take whatever I can get at this point.
everyone roll a perception.
It's weird typing instead of rolling.
I'm like, great. Where is that again?
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God.
Goodness.
Hey,
Did I get a 1 from anybody?
Nope. I rolled a 2, though.
The highest one was Amy with a 10.
All right.
We're
Um,
cheerfully
got
oblivious.
I have an 11.
actually,
type
who
mine
wants
in
to re-roll? Who wants to add a
Wait.
D12 to this?
you
I
get
like-
1 D12 after skill or attack. That's right.
Yeah, who wants to
do it?
run
Well,
roll the
It
12?
should be, you've got the higher. Oh, wait, Thomas, you got an 11, you said?
Yeah.
So give it to him then.
Yep, add a 12.
So that's 16 total.
16. Thomas, you notice that the doors to the entry and exit aren't really locked. Like they're sensor doors. You can you walk up to it, it'll open. You walk through it, it'll close. But then you also notice a kiosk, a computer kiosk with an open terminal, which the engineer was probably working at.
And a Post-it note.
A bunch of papers on the floor.
I
Is
mean,
there? Will we pass? Do we pass a window on our way there?
No, you don't have to. They've got their backs to you that what you can see, but it is a window that they like someone could see if they paid attention.
Okay.
You know though, that Doyle, these spider bots, if they were going to attack, they would have already attacked and
Right.
would likely only attack if something was amiss.
right, there's a trigger or something.
Okay.
I think we need to shut them down.
Well,
We need some weaponry.
Why don't we
Okay.
get her to that computer, see what the Post-it note does, get your stuff, and get the heck out of here. The longer we're here, the worse this gets.
I agree.
yeah. So I'm gonna roll for stealth. I don't know what.
So
I don't
when
know
you
what
roll
to
for
do.
stealth, you're rolling a stealth against these guys,
Yep.
which I'll give you advantage on.
I was
The
going to say,
spider
with all
bots
the
already
noise.
seen you.
But can I? Do I think that the spider bots would recognize somebody trying to sneak by
No, I'm just trying
and
to.
change their programming?
I'm not going to be sneaky, but I rolled an 18. It's not like I look like I'm going to do this or anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not going to cartoon.
You don't want to
I don't
tip
either.
off the people that you're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Essentially. But what you
Spider bots we don't care about.
the
I would just
spider
walk
bots
quickly and quietly.
Until
me
they
see.
trigger, we don't care about them.
Yep. I would walk quickly and quietly up to the terminal and then start to hack it.
Okay.
And I
We'll
would
cover
ask
her.
that you guys don't come with me unless
All right.
Doyle wants to come with me, because usually you don't act, you know what I mean? Usually you don't do your computer work with 100 people standing around you.
I'll cover you. I'm very
So when you get to the kiosk, there are two entries, right? There is a port where you can put in your pocket computer to kind of browse around. But then there's also the post-it note next to it, which is basically just like a 3-digit password.
I'm going to type in the 3-digit password.
It is not a 3-digit password. It is, let me see it. Where is it at? Boom, there it is. It is a reminder of what the password is in the
What does
form
it say?
of a riddle.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've all seen this online, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Thomas has already seen it. He
Yeah,
can't
I've
whisper
seen
it.
this one. I've seen
should
this
tell
one,
us
and
to
I've seen,
move
I've
in.
seen
This is
But Thomas,
genius
you're not
because-
even next to her, so you can't even help her.
No.
Um,
This is genius.
he put a riddle to himself instead of actually writing his password because everybody else can see the password. So it's a quick reminder to him what the password is. If you don't want to do this, you can also attempt a hack of a major corporation's
How many-
warehouse
and how many-
logistics.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is it a 5-digit password? Is my question.
It is a three-digit password.
So
Reading it out. Oh, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So it's on screen.
Somebody read this.
682. One of the
Okay.
digits is in its place.
Yep.
One of the digits is right and in its right place.
Okay.
614. One digit is right, but in the wrong place.
Okay.
206. Two digits are right, but both are in the wrong place.
Okay.
738. All digits are wrong. 380. One digit is right, but in the wrong place.
when I saw this on Facebook, I'm like, this is genius. I got to put it into a game.
and he beat you to it.
So what I'm going to do for a timer is I'm going to
Yeah.
periodically roll perception of these two guards.
Oof.
I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. I am, since I'm just covering her, I'm just keeping an eye on them, sort of
So
bowed down. I'm like using the computer as cover.
yeah, you're angled oddly.
Yeah.
And they kind of like someone pokes up, kind of one of those, is someone really there, and then goes back to work.
And I did roll a 22 on my stealth check, so. I just want to watch Amy do math.
And who?
Well, it's not
who's-
math; it's placement, right?
Yeah. Who? And I'm like,
Okay. Running down the list. Can I assist or?
Yes. If
okay.
you have to roll stealth to go over to assist.
And he's throwing.
So, I mean,
he's about to
the
pull a Han
two-
Solo right here.
So from
So
the
my
first one, we
question is,
know that
who am
the
I
two-
rolling a stealth against? So who's rolling a stealth against me?
Deja is rolling a stealth because she wants to go over to assist.
No, who's rolling perception against me? I'm sorry, that was the question.
The two guards
Detect.
on the other side
Okay,
of the
so I
glass, but
could-
you're firmly hidden against them, so they wouldn't see you. They would either see Deja or Ryoga.
Okay. Because I'm like, I could technically walk back too with the information as opposed to having to hide everybody.
You could.
This guy's got a lot of time on his hands.
One guy's doing work, the other guy's playing Hearthstone.
Is that right? Okay.
Are you going to come back with the information?
Thomas is searching Facebook to find the answer right now.
Wait, so Amy, what is Karaoke doing?
So I'm going to walk back.
All right. She comes back with the post-it
Yep.
note.
Mhm.
This guy's an idiot, but you've got it in your hand and you share it.
So 2 is one of the numbers.
Yeah, 2 has to be one of the numbers. 8.
Is not.
Well, one digit is in the right. The last one. One digit is right, but in the wrong place.
Right. 2 is the last number. We know that. Because
Okay.
one digit is right. And, well, no, it could be the 6.
Well,
No,
hey,
no. The 6 cannot be the number because 6 is in both is in both the 1 and the 2 slots, and it's in the same spot. And it says one digit is right and in its place, and one digit is right but in the wrong
Right.
place. And
So the
6
last
and
number is
also-
definitely 2.
So I'm sorry, what was it?
So it can't be 6 because one digit is right and in its place, one digit is right in the wrong place. 6 is in both of those clues.
Yeah.
And so it can't be the 6 because it's in the same spot.
So that means
One is for sure a 0 because one digit is right but in the wrong place. And if you reference the one above it, all digits are wrong. And the 3 and 8 in the last two are the commonalities, which means that the 0 is
so
the right one.
It's
So
not
there's
a
zero.
7, it's not a 3, it's not an 8, and
Yep.
it's not a 6.
So for sure there's a 0 in it.
Yeah.
And it's the first or the second position that's a 0.
and the 2 is the last one.
Yes.
And the second one digit is right, but in the wrong place.
So that's
leaves us
gotta be
a
the-
1 and a 4.
The 4 or the 1. And we don't have any more information.
I can't see the rest of it. The bottom two are have the digits clipped out with the pictures. Thank you.
You can zoom it around. You can zoom around, roll 20 around.
If you right click, you can move the screen. So
And I do know this because I saw it.
Okay, so we know for sure the last digit is 2.
2 is definitely the last digit.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
We know there's a 0 in there, and then we don't know the third number. It's either a 4 or a 1.
So go to the third one. 2 digits are right, but both are in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So the
So
2
the
and
number
0.
is
So the first number is a
something
0, and the last number is a 2. So
Yeah.
it's a
It's 0 something 2.
042, the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
I mean, that seems like a good answer to me.
Is that your final answer?
It's either 042 or 012.
Let's go with
But it's
42.
got to be 42.
Let's
to
go with
answer
4
life.
because I mean, geeks.
So
Yeah.
you-
Okay. So I sneak back and put in 042.
All right.
Actually, what was the digits again? Because you said it was a 5-digit code, right?
It's
Or
a
did you say-
3-digit code.
Oh, okay. So it's 042.
All right. So when you put in 042, the interface pops up, boom, smiley face. It's like, hello, Douglas. Hello, Mr. Adams. Nice to see you again, Douglas.
Okay.
And it gives you an inventory of each pallet jack. Pallets 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 have clothes, cigarettes, and things like that. Pallet 4, which is partially opened, has an EMP grenade,
Mm-hmm.
1 sawed-off shotgun, 1 KMH heavy pistol, and 1, excuse me, set of Visor night vision visors. Visor night vision visors. This is an augmentation that a surgeon could probably install on somebody.
I already have dark vision. I don't need that.
Well, okay.
So, and it's basically, if you do a 180-degree turn, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right behind you.
So I'm assuming that I can also have one of the robots unlock it for me from here.
You could look over and reach it.
No, but I'm saying, like, is it open or can I have a robot open it for me?
Roll a hacking.
Okay. Do you want me to roll? Because I already did roll one before, assuming that I would need to hack this. But do you want me to roll another one?
No, I misplaced that. I don't want a hacking. I want a tech. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry.
Okay. Elemental
that's me.
PQRST.
Is it?
Why is tech?
No, I'm a tech.
Oh,
Oh, robotics. I'm sorry, Amy. Roll robotics.
R. That's
and,
R.
and tech is also one of the base stats.
Did I roll it?
Yep.
14.
14.
So
Ooh, that's
you
up.
eventually figure out how to get the robot arm to find these 4 packages and
Mhm.
drop it off right at your feet right here. So they
Okay.
grabs them and pulls them and it drops each 4 of them off. So everyone is around there. I don't know how you guys or who's divvying it up, but it's EMP grenade is in one,
Mhm.
KMH pistol, not biolock, the sawed-off shotgun, which doesn't have biolock. It's just like a revolver. It's a classic. And then the visor augmentation, which has not been installed on anyone.
Okay, so I just need a weapon. I don't care which one.
I'll give you the pistol.
I would really like that shotgun, and I will give a sword to anyone who wants it.
Awesome.
Cool.
So now that you have that,
All right. So,
So wait, which
can
one
I
did
write
I
down
get?
the EMP grenade?
Yes, you can, because that's your thing.
True.
Thank you, Andrea, for the grenade. Let's take a number. Complaint department.
So which one did I get? Did I get the toaster knife or am I getting the pistol?
Ooh, are you proficient with heavy pistols?
I can't remember this character.
so while you
Better be
guys do that, I
don't think
assume
so.
Kuroga, you've also done a hot search for your specific weapons and guns that didn't make it
Yep.
from Mars back to Earth. You don't find it.
Okay. So I don't think I'm proficient with any of this, so I can give up the pistol to somebody who is proficient with heavy, because I think I only get like 21st century guns or whatever is kind of my thing. So I'll take the toaster knife.
Wait, you guys didn't pull the toaster knife. You pulled a phase sword. You'll take the sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys left the knives.
I
The kids.
I mean, we could have taken a second and grabbed them.
We got out of there pretty quickly. See, here's where you'd say make a luck roll.
Oh, actually, you are proficient with all pistols. So,
Okay, so I'll take the,
take the
pistol. The pistol.
Yeah, take the pistol.
and what's up, Warren?
All right, since Deja wants it, I will say a luck roll. 10 or lower, you didn't grab it.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, 11 or higher, you wind up grabbing the knives off the kids' corpses.
Nope, apparently not. All right.
No, ooh, no, okay.
Pistol.
But you
All
do
right,
got the swords.
Yeah, no, the swords, plural.
2 swords, yes.
Okay.
So
I currently have one of the swords and the sawed-off shotgun. And you grabbed the other one, didn't you?
I did.
Clovis has a sword, yeah.
Ryoga?
I do have a sword.
Excellent.
I never want to be that close to somebody.
That's it.
1d20.
it's just a typo. So the guy sensing something gets up and you see the doors open. And he looks right at Doyle and he goes, "You're stealing from us again."
Look, technically they are stealing from you. I haven't taken any of this.
I don't own any of this shit, but everything here is tracked, all right? So help yourself, but the owners might come looking for you. And he walks back in. It's like, fucking guy, such a grifter. In here 3 times a week.
I don't know how that first gang found us.
Not a clue. No idea at all. Right. How do we get the fuck out of here?
We're going to go through that door he just came out of.
Excellent.
So
meet the boss.
Doyle walks out the front door, and then these guys that you were sneaking past really don't care about your existence at all.
They don't get paid enough for this shit.
I do make sure to grab the enhancement. We can figure out who gets it installed in later.
Okay, you can close off of this screen, Thomas. So as you guys step out of the door, you are greeted with just like a waft of wind from just the hubbub of life just going way fast past you. It is high noon in Tokyo and life is buzzing all around. Even still, like, neon lights are still plainly visible. Billboard ads are like dialed up. There's VR augmented reality displays and advertising everywhere. There are about 5 levels of hover cars going back and forth over. Even though you're on a packed sidewalk, there's still like an order to and a politeness to the people going back and forth. In this district, which is kind of relative, Doyle would know, the grittier, seedier district, around nighttime is where you go to get all your vices fed. But during the day, it's still very much a cosmopolitan center, and you caught it at high noon. So you see noodle bars, you see karaoke bars, you see big towering corporations left and right. But then you see Sumitomi Kai, the big banking industry logo, off in the distance, walkable, but a decent walk.
It's like
Who's
Vegas,
hungry?
just
Is
next
anybody
to-
hungry?
Yes, let's go for noodles.
Noodles.
No. That karaoke place over there has a wonderful buffet.
I've
Yeah?
heard this before.
All you can eat sushi. Come on, I'll buy. I'll buy.
Well, hey,
Alright.
first off, if you're buying, yeah,
Okay.
watch out, don't get glitter in your eyes.
So yes,
That's a
Doyle
throwback,
will
bitch.
Doyle will like sing karaoke for an uncomfortably long period of time.
So you guys wander over to the karaoke bar. Just
Yeah.
as you wander over to the karaoke bar, 3 grown men in suits stumble out drunk, and they all basically collapse and fall into Deja's arms. And they bump into you as they leave, but they're still singing the last song that they were singing drunkenly together in the bar.
Can I make a perception check to see if they were trying to like
Nick something
pickpocket
off of
anything?
me.
Yeah.
Deja and Ryoga do a perception check. Doyle just thinks it's normal, and
Yeah.
Kiroga is still like looking at the sky.
Ugh. I see
Perception
nothing.
4. You were disgusted by these men, but Ryoga,
Freaking
Oh!
funny.
Natural 20.
27.
nat 20, Ryoga gets a card which will
should crack it up.
say, choose your initiative score.
Oh, nice.
That'll be
Um,
useful the next half hour.
but he totally notices that their drunken stupor onto you was totally copping a feel. It's not a sleight of hand.
Pick one. Pick one.
Are you going to say anything? How do I not notice them trying to grab at me?
You,
That's how bad a grab it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Put those away. I'm
So,
writing them down.
They
Pick one.
think
So-
you thought that they
I
were
don't
trying
know.
to keep themselves up,
try it.
but they were like,
Yeah, I'm just going to like
reaching.
shove them off of me.
He screams in Japanese, and then they cheers you, and then they cheers each other, and they keep singing as they walk away.
Do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a sleight of hand and fake stumble into them as well
Oh no.
and cop a feel.
Are you gonna slide a hand, or are you copping a feel?
Isn't that both?
Oh,
One is a distraction for the other, my friend.
2 hands.
Oh,
Oh, natural one! A natural one!
So
Does that
you
mean
do
you
end up-
actually
I
did?
accidentally put the EMP grenade in their pocket.
You know what this is?
Karma.
Very
Yes.
much so. A small item on your person goes missing. Thomas, give me a
No.
D4 roll.
They steal
No.
a grenade.
Give me a D4 roll.
Stays back.
Some drunk salaryman wakes up tomorrow with a grenade in his.
You go to grab him, and so what happens is he cops a feel. He thinks that you're sticking up for her, so you try to push him off. You wind up copping a feel, and he gets, hey, oh, and his buddies, like, they stop the singing, oh, and then they're like, one of the other friends kind of like whispers something to him, and they walk away.
You
And
just
what-
got robbed.
They're gone.
Yeah.
What?
You
They're
just
gone.
got robbed.
They're around the corner. You notice that?
What's
Doyle?
going
Do you check?
Yeah.
Don't pull out a gun here. I have to
Uh,
come back here. This is my karaoke bar.
Your EMP grenade is gone.
Bye.
I'm very confused, guys. Why is
So-
it?
God damn it.
I am just going to silently not tell anybody anything. learn my lesson.
There
That
it is.
seems unlikely. That just
No cop and feels.
Yeah,
Lesson
Karma
learned.
is right.
yeah. So like
Good old
ignoring his mission, Doyle's gonna like buy everybody sushi and sing karaoke for an hour.
Doyle, so karaoke is Doyle's vice, and you guys are at the whim of Doyle because you don't know where you're going. So Doyle, I'm going to ask you to roll a 1d6.
Actually, we're going towards the bank with the big sign on it.
You don't know that. You can't read Japanese
Did he
characters.
say that though?
I can. I
3.
speak Japanese.
3. One drink turns into 6, turns into 4 songs. You're there for 3 hours.
Nice.
Who's drinking?
Oh yeah.
Nah.
I'm drinking, but I'm not eating the sushi.
Okay.
I'm eating ramen.
Yeah, I know better than to all you can eat sushi.
It's very good.
And
Doyle, I will give you fortitude at advantage. Kiroga, just a fortitude saving throw. We're gonna set it at 15.
Oh!
You make it.
I rolled a nat 1 or I rolled a 19.
Do I still get a card?
You do still get a card.
Oh
even-
man!
I mean, we don't take the nat 1, but he
Right.
still
Yeah.
does get the card.
Disadvantage on an attack or saving
right.
throw. So
So I made it no problem.
you are. This is like. You
Yeah.
come out for lunch. You have a
lunch.
few beers. You sing karaoke. You go back to work.
I call these
Kiroga, on
things
the other
days that
hand,
ends in Y.
has had her fill of sake, and you are with an 11. You are buzzed, and skill checks are at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Gotta try it warm.
I
Yeah,
want the
I'll-
bubbly stuff.
Does
I'll-
anybody
I'll-
join him? Actually,
yeah, this is fortitude.
yes.
14.
Ezra, Doyle, give me a performance.
Oh,
Yes.
so 14. Oh, sorry.
14.
For me,
Whoa! That is a 21 on performance. Karaoke is my thing.
You guys are stuck there because this brash guy that just murdered people is now singing like an angel the classic hits of the 90s and the 2000s. He's crooning his heart out.
Drake all day long.
Drake has
And
never
now a
sounded
little
so
song they call Wonderwall.
good.
I'm going to eat, but I'm not drinking because I'm in a new city and have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm not gonna lower my guard.
No, it's
Deja,
meant. The fish is meant to be uncooked.
Deja, perception.
Okay. Eh.
You notice gang tattoos, and you notice the obvious non-Japanese people are wearing out their welcome.
As I sing a show tune.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my darling.
So I don't know what you do with that, but that's what you notice.
I'm gonna lean over to Kai, and I'm sure I'm leaning over Rye while I'm doing this. To be like, we're wearing out our welcome here, and there's a lot of people here who belong to gangs.
Is it the gang that we're working for, or is it a different gang? I have no idea.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know these markings. This is all new to me, but I know gang tattoos when I see them, and we're running out of welcome here very quickly.
Here comes the breakdown. Boom, 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 boom.
So, who wants to retrieve our friend?
My strength is a 1.
Ditto. Well,
I think I just got nominated, didn't I?
yeah.
Fine. So I'm gonna just like casually get up as if I'm going to go and get more of the sushi from the all-you-can-eat buffet, and like nudge into Doyle and be like, "Hey, we're running out of welcome here."
We've only been here 3 hours.
They know you. The rest of us are Gaijin, and we're very obvious.
All right. One more song.
So
Yeah.
I just get up and start going towards the door.
Ah, man. See, that's how they know you're gaijin. When you leave a karaoke bar before the last song,
They're getting pissed.
I was on the list. I was going to do Bowie.
I'm just gonna like sling an arm around his how tall is Doyle?
Tiny, 5'7". He's not tall.
You're a full foot shorter than her. She's gonna like put hands on your shoulders and turn you toward the door.
And as you grab him and pull him off stage and usher him to the door, you hear raucous applause from people in the establishment. It's like, thank God this guy is finally going. Like they appreciate the song, but he's one of the guys who like books 5 songs in a row.
Yeah, that's right.
I know the type. I know the type.
And now another Billy Joel classic.
So as you go out the door, it is still sunny. It's about 4 o'clock. And it's starting to get dusk. The traffic is thinning out, and you notice a little bit more of the nefarious elements start hanging around the corners and less business suits, but it's still sunlight.
All right, we better get to Sumitomi? Sorry. Let's get to the bank. I had a lot of sake.
Sumiyoshi Kai.
We got to see Kana.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So you walk down the street. It's kind of you bump into people. You're a little bit now on edge because of how much people have bumped into you, because you're not like ebbing with the flow of traffic. After about 20-minute walk, you get to this massive glass structure, which like is entirely glowing blue, given the sunlight is pinging off of it. And Deja stands in front of it, and the doors don't budge, but Doyle walks up behind her, and walks right past her as the doors kind of just like magically recognize his like Neuralink RFID and
You're
allow
never
him
so
access.
humble. There's no place like home.
So when you walk in, there is a big burly dude with a tattoo on his face, sitting down. He's got a wife beater on, and it's disgusting and disheveled looking. But you know him to be the head of security. He doesn't look up and say anything. He's just kind of like playing a game on his kiosk, and he kind of nods and points to the elevator.
Moving on.
All right.
Lamenting my lost EMP grenade.
Ding.
Get to the elevator.
They've already scanned you. They know every weapon you've got on you.
Perception checks.
I have no idea what you have.
Jesus Christ, I have no idea. I rolled a 1.
Oh, Warren gets another card.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
I'm going to try to use these today. You deal minimum attack.
We were in
this damage.
combat.
19.
Ryoga notices. Ryoga is the only one that notices that the walls tend to move as if they've got like a gradient in them. They're simultaneously watching you, but they're also armed. You know, you like the security here to everyone else seems lax.
Gotcha. Kind of like move on.
So you get to the elevator, you go up, you get to the top floor, and you get to a long hallway corridor. At the end of the long hallway corridor is a door.
In the elevator, I'm going to use the, quiet communications that we have, just us three, and let everyone know that there is a lot of security here. It may seem lax, but it is very intense.
This map doesn't look good.
I suspect I'm not surprised by that, because I would have been familiar with the security around like Scarlet and other like gang leaders.
The difference between San Francisco and Tokyo is the show of strength is necessary in San Francisco, where the order is known in Tokyo, and no one moves on anyone. Like all violence happens not in public, because they want to keep the semblance of peace, even though everywhere has its subculture.
Got it.
And Thomas, you can show the mini map, because our team walks into a large room where they are met by 2 armored light suits to the right and the left side, and the leader of the Sumiyoshi, Kana, sitting behind a desk in the center. And Kana stands out because he's wearing traditional garb, he's bald, and it doesn't have any visible augmentations. This person looks like a pure human, surrounded in this room full of machinery and mech. to the right and to the left, what you notice is there are people at kiosks monitoring financial patterns and trends. This is a bank, not in the traditional sense, but a bank in terms of moving and managing large amount of corporation and government cash. With to that end, everyone again make a perception roll.
So I do want to talk about one bit of inspiration that came in.
What?
From Saul the Radiant.
Thank you,
It was
Saul.
500 bits. It was to Warren, but it was also acknowledging the fantastic forklift. Before.
I'll give that to Amy then. That was
Thank
really
you.
inspiring.
Oh,
So-
put a forklift in
I think
them.
Amy's got our best. No, Thomas has our best perception at 19.
So as
Yep.
Thomas and Amy, I'm gonna put you guys into here. Thomas and Amy and Deja and Kaito just
Why
basically
even
walks up to
do
the key. Not Kaito. I'm
Not
sorry.
Kaito.
Doyle. Walk right up to the kiosk. Thomas and Amy, you're the closest to these things.
Yeah.
These mechs look really familiar. Like the last time you
Perception.
saw it, you were fighting someone in Mars wearing these exact mech.
Who is the manufacturer, if I remember correctly?
Did you ask that out loud?
It was Opa, wasn't it?
I
No, I
s-
don't ask it out loud. I ask it like if I ask it, it would be on comms because
In our
honestly, I can't
comms?
remember.
So as you both go to like, there's a person in there, and they're standing like British palace guards,
Yeah.
just like statuesque. But you know that there's someone in there.
Mhm.
And you see Kana kind of look up from the kiosk and look past Doyle and say, that is our new line of manufacturing. Thanks in part by a very gracious friend who apparently told me misinformation. And he turns around, and out from behind the shadows is a very tall figure that you recognize from your dealings the last time you were on Mars, the former vice president of OPA, Mr. Ozu Adamenku. Well, you just won't die. It looks like fate has brought us back to similar circumstances, but I wonder, where are your friends? Did you kill them both?
They're cured.
Is that the chairman that was speaking or the other guy?
The other guy, the chairman, is back to his kiosk,
Mhm.
and Ozu is mostly talking. It's very rare that the chairman speaks.
There were only 3 of them. You said I was going to pick up 6, but there were only 3 of them.
There was supposed to be 6.
I'm sorry. There were only 3. I don't know what they did.
Maybe your robots are a problem for you.
Ozu leans across the table and looks Deja square in the eye, and he goes, you had a very distinct decision to make. You could have left the child with me, and we would all be living in the lap of luxury. Now, you are terrorists, tethered to the Yakuza. I am eventually going to make my way back to the United States. And when I do, the child will die. But I have no need any longer for OPA. The waters in Tokyo are much more fertile. Let's see if your decision making the second time around is just as bad. I am offering you another handout. I operate in Tokyo under the protection and the leisure of the most generous Kana, as he turns around and bows to the boss in the center. He is operating all the money here, even though they do not have a standing army. He who moves the money owns Tokyo. I've given him the intellectual property for my mechanical suits, which would have brought great prosperity to OPA, and now will bring great prosperity to Sumayoshi. But I need Kaito, and I need the Nightingale. My understanding is the Nightingale is still on Mars. If she is, she will be found. I need Kaito right now to make the appropriate changes to the Sod mech. And your friend, who I've done research on, the annoying robot, he is long lost technology, and the things in his mind will change the world. Bring them both to me, and you start fresh. I will wipe your slate clean in the United States or wherever it is you want to live. I'm asking you to do this, but let's not operate under the pretense that this is a favor. Do this or die, is essentially what I am saying. As he says that, um, a group of small cyber ninjas kind of back him up, and you see basically personal security for Kana also in the room, and Ryoga notices that the walls are keyed in on them. The same slots are basically dialed in.
I back up towards the door. So this has been great.
Your services are no longer required. Your payment will be half because only half of my cargo has shown up. But this is not your fight, so you are free to go.
So are you going to give us transport back to Mars so we can...
No, I have reason to believe that your friend Urban, Kaito, and Monium are somewhere here in Tokyo. They are being sheltered by one of the rival gangs because one of those gangs is also trying to reverse engineer your friend. Believe me when I tell you, he is in better hands with me than he is with them.
You keep using the word friend. I don't think that's an accurate term.
You can't be friends with robots. I agree. That's very true.
Well, that's a little bad.
More to the point, Urban abandoned us.
So
So
he wound up being the smartest one in the group after all.
possibly.
Very fair. I don't have any use for him, but consider that a luxury that you get to catch him and kill him yourself. I want Kaito. We, as he looks to Kana and he bows, we want Kaito. But I want Monium.
Which gang?
If I knew that, I would do it myself.
No, you wouldn't. You don't get your hands dirty.
What do you think I've been doing here? As he looks around to the cyber ninjas, he's basically dressed the same as them, and you know that Ozu puts in his own work. He does his dirty work.
I think you found a new arse to lick.
Ever the combative one, I see, but sometimes in this world, you need to make profit for others before you can make it for yourself.
Are you ready to see what we're capable of?
I guarantee you that it won't work out for you so well.
Just don't let her near a forklift.
He's like, forklift? What? Okay. You are leaving, sir?
My work is done here. Enjoy Tokyo. And if the door will open, yeah, I'll back out.
You run into the door.
Yeah.
Because the RFID doesn't read, and then you turn around and you exit. So, the three amigos, the three crusaders. Look.
So we will find these guys.
We need money and weapons.
Well, yeah, mostly weapons.
Money would be very.
The streets are going to be very safe.
What I suggest you do is to stay on comms with the troubling Scottish man who just left. But we can provide you everything else. There is an armory in the basement which will retrofit you with weapons you cannot even find anywhere on the planet. If you want to splurge and go shopping for clothing, then do that. I don't care. It's one longs mean nothing. But we are operating on a fixed schedule. By the end of the week, I want him in front of me.
Monium.
Monium, yes.
Yeah. The end of the week. What day is it today?
Did you? He looks and he makes like a snark joke. He's like, "Did you just get onto the planet or something?"
Yeah, I've been quarantined.
It is Monday. You have until Friday, and that is being generous.
All right.
Like glance over at Kai and Raig. I'll back their play, whatever it is, but I know that we are outmatched here.
Yeah.
And knowing that too, Uzo, Ozu.
I was waiting for that.
Ozu leans over. He kind of reads your mind, and he leans over the desk with his like foot up, and just kind of grins at you. He's like take it. It's kind of like a take your chances look. It's like, go ahead.
So guns, what floor?
Basement, yes.
The mech, the soldiers to the right will bring you to the basement, and it will let you out into the alley. They're inside the basement as well. You can use our kiosks to look and research any information you want. I will also leave a direct Neuralink comms communication line to Doyle and to myself there, in case you have any new information or need any other backup.
So wait, where's the guns?
In the basement of this building. We are on the top floor.
The Mexican is there.
And I can get a little buddy.
What is a little buddy?
It's about this big. It
He wants a drone.
flies. It shoots people. It does what I tell it to do. It's my friend.
I can't give you a drone, and I won't retrofit you with any mech, but I will give you this. And he snaps his finger, and the large synth canine bounces over to you. You've got a robotic dog. He walks over, and he sits down next to it, and he plugs into the back of it, and he pulls out. It is formatted. It is now officially yours.
Woo! I got another buddy.
This one go chompy chomp.
Yep.
Um.
I'm set. Let's go.
Yeah. So we find Monium. We find herbs. We find the other guy, Kaito. We bring him here.
We get a pack of dogs.
You know, dead or alive. For Kaito, please bring him back alive. He is an old man. It should not be that hard. For Monium, you can bring him back in parts as long as I can salvage him. Don't destroy it.
I want to take a quick look at the mechs. Do they look like, are they synths or are they suits?
They're pilot suits.
What does that mean?
There's somebody in them. It's an Iron Man suit.
Okay.
Yeah, just like how.
And last time, how did we defeat them?
It was 4 versus 1, and
Paulie
Paulie Shore had to get in the other one to help you out.
Yeah, and he jumped out the window and ran away.
Yeah, he jumped out of a window in a mech on Mars. Like these things are pretty robust. They're Iron Man suits. Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get to the armory and get the hell out of here and get this thing over with.
Let's do it.
So I want to go back to San Francisco.
Thank you for being such amicable business partners, and let me be the first to tell you, welcome to Tokyo.
Yeah, beautiful city.
You out
as
he
anything would happen to it. as I walk out.
Let's kind of take offense to that. No, he doesn't hear you. Okay. So you guys exit. You catch up to Doyle in the elevator on the way down. And that is a great place to leave it for episode 7, Hard Reset. The gang has just found out who their puppet master, who they are ultimately working for now, what is potentially going on with their missing compatriots. And yeah, Karaoke has a new buddy.
I cannot believe you're not dead.
I really like Tokyo. I get to run around and like forklift people, and I get a dog. I mean, this place is amazing. I may stay.
So what we're gonna also do before the conclusion is tell you guys that you're all now level 4. So we get to pick, we get to bump up our roll for our stats. When you go to, so the next episode when they come back, they're gonna have updated weapons, updated skill sets, higher HP more than likely, might need it. But then they're going to be off in brand new terrain, looking for their missing friends.
Well, friends, strong word.
Very strong word. But thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching us. Please tune in next Monday for episode 8. Thank you guys for playing with me. This was super fun. Ezra,
Great.
hope to have you back, man. This was really fun to have you
come back. This was great.
Whenever you want. I'll
Right
show
on.
you. Just say the word, I'm here.
Prove Squirrel right that this is like your secret passion and you've just been hiding away from it.
So Ezra, before we jump off, so this is 5e, but what were your thoughts?
I thought, well, I mean, it shows that when you have a GM who can run things quickly and briskly and doesn't get bogged down and stuff, you can really run fights in a pretty expeditious way. And I think that one of the challenges in 5e is that all too often the GMs are looking at it as, this fight has to take 20% of whatever they're doing. And, Warren made narrative fights that made sense in terms of the story and gave us a chance to be badasses. And that's especially in shorter run games. I think that's what you want to do. It's when you're trying to run a combat with 8 different sides that's, doing crazy stuff that can get around there. But, it's any game you play is as fun as the people at the table. So this game was big fun.
I can second that. I think also that at least in this system, there's not really much to get bogged down in when you're combating. Like you've got 3 or 4 things you can do. Versus like, like half of Chaos Agents is like, well, can I do that? But like this thing and like, So it's
like, what does that spell do?
And just being on the Carbon 2185 Discord forum, the guy who made this, he specifically talked about during one of his sessions, during one of his live chats, is the fact that he's like, I don't want to have super powerful characters. There's going to be no level 20. If you need to figure it out, there's a table to figure it out, how to get past level 10. But he's like, there's no reason to be like superhuman,
Sure.
I mean, honestly, and you guys have, Thomas and Amy have done it. I don't know if Tiana has or Warren, but like high level D&D is the least interesting D&D there is.
I don't know, man. I play in Spike's game and we're all level 15 in that, and I really am enjoying it because it feels epic. We're dealing with changing the way that the weave works. Like I will make strong arguments for epic level campaigns in D&D.
It's
Next
cool.
Campaign Chaos Agents level 1 the entire time.
I look at it and I'm like, God, Uzo is going to be so cool when he reaches level 12, knowing that like I'll never get to level 12.
I just want to get to level 9. I just want to get to level 9 at this point. We've been 8 for so damn long.
We're so close. You are so close.
I think honestly, the modern/future thing helps a lot. It's a fresh setting. It's a fun world to be in. It's just sort of recognizable enough that you can riff off things that are there. And I think that, that really helps bring players in. And I mean, for me, who hadn't really been connected to this world at all, it was a really easy entree.
Right on.
Nice. Cool. All right. So that is going to wrap it up. Warren, you want to say thank you, subscribe, Follow
Like,
us.
subscribe, smash that, ring that bell, smash that like, do the following. You need to join our Discord. Like, seriously, you need to be in there. The community is amazing, and everybody still watching right now is equally as amazing. Like, thank you guys so much for your contribution and bits. I still have 8. I didn't use any of them. They go directly into the boy, which we then use
Yep.
to give
Yep.
back
For
to
giveaways.
you. Congratulations to our winners today, too.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16 into the boy.
Actually, do
Wait,
we hold
wait.
4 back? We
Huh?
hold 4.
We get to hold 4
12.
until next week, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
4.
12 into the boy. We have to do some math.
Amy
So
needs her
we'll get back.
whiteboard back.
Yeah, yeah, give me that back.
So thank you guys so much, and we are going to wrap it up. And I need to go to the right
See you
button.
tomorrow for Chaos Agents.
Yes,
Yes.
tune in
Yep.
tomorrow.
And Saturday for Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Do it, do it, do it.
Yes.
Thank you guys
Tune
so
into-
much.
Tune into YouTube for podcast coming at you.
Yee.
What? Spoiler.